Hello, my friends, and welcome. We are back from our hiatus. We had a little bit of a family medical thing that we had to take care of out of state, and so we haven't been around for a while. Apologies on that, but we're back. We're not back to our D&D games. Hopefully, we will get back into that groove next week. But we wanted to at least get back to streaming for you guys and bringing you a little bit of brightening for your days. We have for this evening a game that is called what?
Raccoon Sky Pirates.
Right, Raccoon Sky Pirates. So this should be a hoot, Nanny. This is the first time we have. This is the first time we're playing it, so hopefully we don't get too many of the rules wrong. It is available to download online. I actually don't know where. Danny, do you have any particular clue?
You can find it on h.io. There are a lot of different cool games there. There are a lot of game bundles there. This one, PDF wise, is only $8. And you can buy a more complete, like the box set. It's on here somewhere. Is it Angry Electron? What is it? Just a sec. Sorry, I'll find it.
I didn't warn her I was going to do this.
Hectic Electron. It is one of the Hectic Electron published games. You can check it out on their site or itchi.io. Okay, there we go.
Hey, Griff.
Hello.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Oh, can't use that one. Sorry, I'm looking at
so anyway, we're going to be playing this and going through this with you guys to start with, but as always, we have a few announcements as we get started here. All of our video content does wind up on YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube, yay, you found it. If you're watching it here on Twitch, you can always go over there, search for Casual Cactus, Casual with a C, Cactus with a K, all one word, and you'll be able to find all of our back episodes of everything that we've done. And as of this morning, we are up to date. So you can catch up on the main campaign if you want to, although that's somewhat daunting.
You can also watch the first 5 minutes of all of them and get recaps.
Right, you can also do that. But if you wanted to watch the full episodes, those are available. We also have one-shots. This will go, obviously, in the one-shot bin. We've got a few other playlists out there, categories. If you haven't subscribed, do us a favor over there. Hit like and subscribe. Tag the little bell icon. You'll always know when we put new content up. We also run a Discord server, and if you're not a member of that, I highly encourage you to go in and at least sort of keep tabs on the Talk At Us channel and the announcements channel for Glass Breakers Guild. I tend to post any schedule changes to those two channels on that Discord server. So if you're watching those, you'll always know if we change the schedule around for any particular reason. Say, we're out of town for 3 weeks. If you were on the Discord, you would have known that. Would have known that we were not streaming. Totally free. There's no gimmicks or anything like that with it. So get yourself signed up over there. Keep tabs, and you'll always know what is going on. I think that is all I have announcement-wise, so we can dive right in to the game. Yeah, to the game. Danny is going to be leading us this evening, so take it away, Danny.
All right. To answer your question, Griff, I think we're doing mostly good. We're going to see how this goes. This is not a traditionally GM'd game. It can be played as one, but this kind of gives narrative opportunity to everybody as we go around the table. So, especially with you guys, most of whom are DMs. You've DM'd too now, haven't you?
One time.
I'm counting. We're counting it. With a table full of DMs, I feel like handing off the narrative opportunities is a pretty great way to go. So I will be facilitating, which is pretty much just me walking you through the rule book.
The narrator.
Yes, I will kind of narrate what's going on here. This is a game for 3 to 6 raccoons. Or potentially possums, maybe rats and cockroaches. The occasional pigeon may show up, but this time I think, unless I have a last-minute change of heart on my character selection, which could happen because there's one that I'm eyeballing, I think that we're pretty much all playing raccoons. So,
I'm a possum.
Oh, are you a possum?
Lazarus would be a possum.
That does make sense. That does make sense. So,
I've made my own name, but that's fine. We'll get to that in a minute.
Our goal is going to be we are going to make our ship. Technically, we will already have this before gameplay starts, but we're going to make a ship out of garbage that is going to fly over the neighborhoods of this lovely little town. I say lovely little town, but there is a catch. Apparently, this is a thing that happens more frequently than one would think it should.
The flying raccoons.
The flying raccoon bit, yeah.
Some pocket dimension and some reality.
This is where everybody gets sent.
Yeah. This is
when the trailer park door opens to the wrong place, this is where you go.
Exactly. So, ballot initiative 12 in this town, arming the neighborhood watch. Last year, in response to repeated predations by flying raccoons, the township held a ballot initiative to fund a rapid response force for the neighborhood watch. When you mark problem 3, which we'll get to at some point, noise, a swarm of quadcopter drones piloted by nosy neighbors finds you and closes to attack, and your humans in golf carts coordinate from the streets below. The drones and carts are equipped variously with mounted guns, grappling hooks, searchlights, and a surprisingly loud bullhorn. So, if you mark noise in Scene 1, you have to lose the drones before you can safely move to Scene 2 and invade the house in peace. Don't worry, they'll find you again in Scene 4. So, this is a town that has a bit of a vendetta against us already.
Fair enough.
This is a game that happens in 4 scenes. The first scene is going to be piloting the ship. The second scene is going to be landing the ship at our house of choice. The third one is stealing the crap. And the fourth one is escaping. Technically, there's a fifth one, but that's pretty much just our epilogue where we're talking about how things go after the fact. So that's a pretty brief, wrap-up kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to be playing this in 4 scenes. Our first step in all of this is going to be our character creation. Now, we have pulled things from our prefab characters. If you want to change names, you totally can. I think I really like this one because this possum has a bunch of joeys that works with her.
Joeys, as in kangaroos?
She-
Oh, right,
Is that
that's
what
what.
we-
They are
Possums are
marsupials.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Baby possums are joeys.
Did not know.
Most marsupials, they're young, are
makes
going to be
sense.
called joeys.
Yes. So I'm actually going to change mine out for a possum as well. So we'll have a mixed party of raccoons and possums here.
All right.
So you will see under your name there are 3 different qualities. So for me, I've got sneaky, deft, and everywhere. And that's the one that sold me on changing my character.
It's just the term everywhere.
Yep, everywhere. So you get to choose your pronouns. You also can choose your look. But you can also make the look as personal as you want to. So in that little section with look, if you want to personalize anything, you can write that in there. You're also going to pick a personal goal. I'm also not super hell-bent on that being exactly in the, you're not necessarily limited to the 3 options. For this one, since this is the first time I've played this game, I will probably pick from that list. And the idea is if you get to the end of this game and actually attain your personal goal through the arc, that you get to unlock some new qualities for your character, so some new things that you can do with your character if you choose to play with it another time. So
Perfect.
yeah, you can try to have a personal goal there. And then we're going to get into the relationship slot. So think about what you look like, jot a couple of notes down real quick, and then give yourself a personal goal. I think I am going to try to steal something for my oldest son's care package.
Bar mitzvah.
Yes.
What I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a possum
Mazel
bat
tov.
mitzvah. Yeah.
So where does a possum go on summer camp?
Where?
Well, I mean, I saw quite a few of them at our summer camp when I was growing up, so I have a
Oh,
fun
that
feeling
wasn't.
like
I thought that was leading up to a joke.
Oh, I
thought that was an honest. I did not understand that was an honest question.
It did sound like it was a setup for a really terrible Keith joke, as he is wont to do. But no, I mean that is a common occurrence to see at summer camps in Arkansas. So you know.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's going to end up being my personal goal. So I guess let's go around.
So who here has seen a raccoon the most recently? That will be where we start. So
Did
we're going
you
to start
see one?
with
Raccoon?
you.
On the side of the road out on Airport
Of
Road.
course you did.
They're there all the
I
time.
only see skunks.
All
We
right.
also see raccoons in our hometown on a fairly regular basis, including one that I
Only
saw on
seen
the front
skunks.
porch.
Mm.
The
Where
night,
am I?
the night that I went out because I
I live
heard
kind of
something
more
weird
dead in
outside.
the city,
There
dead
was
center of
something
the
out there.
city, so we don't get a lot of raccoons. So I probably haven't. Have I even seen it? I've seen a raccoon.
I think we
I
saw
know
one
I've
while
seen
we
a
were in
raccoon.
Arkansas, but
I've seen a
it's
raccoon
been
at a
minute.
zoo.
Why did
Actually, I think I've seen a
they...
raccoon
you
at a
can
zoo
go outside
too.
and see them a lot. That's a strange thing to see at a zoo, but you
But I
know.
have seen one at a zoo.
So
Hey.
we'll defer to you, I guess.
All right. So the relationship question. You get to
Well, I guess first off, if you would like to describe yourself to us.
So I actually sent a picture that I found to the group chat.
Now we gotta see it.
Waiting for it to show up.
He's cute.
Okay.
Okay, yep,
Goodness.
I'm on board with this. So he's an adorable little kid raccoon with great big anime eyes.
And actually, so part of my look, it says I'm supposed to be kawaii, which is like
Oh dear.
Oh, it really is, yeah.
with hoodie and headphones. So
Perfect. Awesome. I love it.
okay, and then relationship.
Yes, so you're going to pick a question to ask the animal to your left. Or, yeah.
Yep.
I think everybody is to the left, yeah.
Okay, that was a mistake.
Okay. When did I wriggle inside a tight space to get you something, and what was it?
Can you say that again?
You okay there?
I mean, I'm reading it. And
I think she looked up sexy raccoons to try to find a.
Oh, dear.
That was a mistake.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I mean, that falls firmly in furry territory.
Yeah, it did. Not. Okay, so you're.
When did I wriggle inside a tight space to get you something, and what was it?
Okay, and I'm supposed to come up with an answer.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there was this one time that I really, really wanted this child's tiara. And it was,
Firmly within her grasp.
oh, it's a rough start.
Little
Gonna
like
be one of those nights, guys.
I'm
Hold
I'm
tight.
so happy I love these nights.
Little like
The
3-year-old
unhinged
girl.
one.
And we both stare at each other for a second.
No, the tiara had fallen down into a tight space. It was in a sewer. It was in a sewer, and you went and got it for me and cleaned it off before you gave it to me. That was so sweet of you.
So we're going around that way then, just to the left?
Yes.
Did
So
we
you asked
want?
what
Did
I
we
hear?
want to talk about the personal goal and the one thing you wanted to steal too, or do we leave those for?
Oh, I forgot about the one thing you wanted to steal. Yeah. Let's get back to that later.
Okay, sure.
That way, in case Steven hasn't actually answered that question yet.
I have not.
Yeah.
Neither have I.
Yeah,
We
okay.
can do a second circle around.
That works.
Okay, so now I ask.
Well, describe
Danny.
yourself, and then you'll ask me a question about our relationship.
Okay. So my name is Vibrissa. I am the sexiest raccoon that has ever lived.
Yep, that's...
Don't Google it.
Yeah.
Apparently
Don't
don't
Google
Google it.
But I have like the fur around her neck is sort of puffy, almost like she's wearing a fur like jacket type thing. Even though it's just fur. Yeah, that's me. Okay. I haven't read these questions yet. And I usually have little shiny gadgets and things because I like to invent.
Oh, I love it.
How did I expand your horizons recently?
Well, there was that one time that you decided to give me a makeover because you said that the bags under my eyes and my nervous twitch was upsetting to the rats. And it really gave me a lot of interesting insights about how my appearance and how I put myself out there is really very important.
It says a lot about you, dear.
It does, and it does a lot of work to put others at ease in my presence. Yeah. Do you feel easier?
The bags under your eyes are much less unsettling.
I found an old cucumber in the dumpster next door.
Oh dear.
It was great.
It's supposed to be my lunch.
You snooze, you lose, buddy. I'm up before my first kid.
Oh boy. She's on a timer, folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Virginia. I'm a little high-strung because I have 6 joeys that are attached to me all the time. But after a really wonderful makeover with Vibrissa, I am doing better at my presentation, and when they are not in my pouch, like actually in my presence where I can grab at them, they are tied with a very beautiful, decorative, shiny bow to my tail. So, at least they have a little bit of wandering room without going to the compactor again.
Wait, is this round 2?
There were more before.
Oh, gosh.
Don't worry, none of them actually died. They just built a nest up in the top, so now sometimes the compactor just
Is that the equivalent of telling someone, oh, we sent them to a farm? Sorry, continue.
So, somehow or another, for some stupid reason, I raised you. What did I teach you that stayed with you?
Unless you're old, in which case I did not raise you. We could address that.
I mean,
Depends on how old you are. Are you like one more step to the grave, or?
I don't imagine I'm that old. Just a little war-torn.
you
Oh boy.
you told me to always, take advantage of opportunities as they come up because, with 7 with 7 children, you don't always have the greatest of opportunities, and having 6 siblings, even if they're not my real siblings but they're adopted, I didn't always get dinner if I wasn't quick. So make the most of opportunities.
I like it.
Okay. Wonderful choice you've made on
Yeah, that's an accent. That
We're
is
gonna see
a
if
choice.
we're gonna see if I'm gonna be able to hang on to it. Well, what the heck? Yeah.
Turned into Porky Pig there for a second.
Awesome. Okay, go for
All right,
it.
so I'm Torchkey. I'm the daring thief. Yeah. Yeah. I'm slinking and ferret-like, and I'm always getting into trouble and doing pranks. Hey. Yeah. So with you, what was my most recent escapade and how did I rope you into it?
Oh, well, going with an Australian accent. I needed a 1 3/4 wrench, and knew that was going to be in a shed that was guarded by a pit bull. So I was the bait, and while you snuck in and grabbed me the wrench. I barely made it out of it alive, so that's what happened.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, no.
And it didn't even fit the bolt.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
So, tell us about yourself a bit, and then ask him a question.
Totally. My name is Owen. I am a possum, secretly an Australian possum.
Not so secretly.
Not so secret.
Not really.
This is how all possums speak.
Oh.
I lie. One thing I have is strapped around my back is like a bunch of cutouts from Popular Mechanics, just like glued onto pages, and it's sort of like my guidebook is just full of pictures and all that I use to create things, and I'm just trying to find something for my next project. I keep tinkering with the ship. Does that make you more or less at ease?
It's fine. Yeah, like it doesn't bother me at all. Maybe more at ease because it's things that maybe needed fixed in the first place, and I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. Remember, don't play with the rubber bands and the what is the paper clips.
How many times have I told you to not use rubber bands? We use wires.
The last time you had me hold onto wires, I almost died.
But the ship.
What about it? We don't know how it's powered yet.
I'm glad you.
We'll come back to that.
Oh, I love it. So, what is the one thing you want to steal, and how could that improve life in the junkyard?
I want to steal a Bluetooth speaker.
Where did we put it?
In the junkyard, it'll help keep out the pigeons. And the upside to that is also I get to listen to my music all the time. Anybody whoever gets close enough, like in his little, like he's the sweetest little raccoon, but in his headphones it's just screamo at all times.
I really feel like all of us need to listen to that all at the same time.
It'll keep the pigeons away from
That's
the
why I'm all the way over here.
Gertrude did try to steal a lot of food the other day, that's fair. Oh. I don't like screaming, though.
Do we share our personal goal as well?
If you would like to, sure.
I want to attend a concert. Specifically one by Trash Dick's Raccoon Rock Band. That's what we were laughing about earlier. It's a real thing.
No one's
Yeah, it is.
And they have hoodies and shirts and stuff.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
Trash
Wow.
Dick's Raccoon Rock Band.
Shout out to Trash Dick's Raccoon Rock Bands.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Unless you'd like to.
That's amazing.
Oh, welcome to our DD.
I'm gonna look up their music later.
Yep. Aren't you supposed to ask me a question? Is that
No,
Oh, no,
we're
no.
going
Just
over
the
one thing you
personal
wanna
goals
steal.
and the
oh,
thing
something
you
we
want to
want.
steal.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to share my personal goal.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Something that I want to steal that would improve life in the junkyard is a way to get running water. You all stink. I think hygiene would significantly improve all of our lives in the junkyard.
Well, I believe that's just my natural musk.
I haven't taken off this hoodie since I was born.
Yeah.
I know.
If I could give you inspiration, I would.
What?
Oh, he fuzzy.
Well, that and it's only us. Shouldn't it be the?
Well, yeah,
Well, I
he's,
mean,
He was moving
yeah.
it around.
Oh, I didn't. I
He's
missed
moving
that.
it around.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I know. You could use a bath. You could all use a bath. I could use bath more often. Hygiene.
Hygiene. So, I want to steal something for Gregory's. Actually, it'd be funny if his name was Gene, but no, it's Gregory's care package. He's one of my eldest. He's an entire 2 years old now, but you know, he is kind of stuck in that nest in the trash compactor. So,
They grow up so fast.
yeah, I'd like to steal something that will help him more consistently cease the operation of it, which is better for us in the long run anyway.
Torch to go
And if I can find a baby rocker, one of those little swing things, I would be elated. The kids would just sleep, and I would be so thankful. They wouldn't run amok all over the junkyard. I think that would
Are
be
they qualified to
excellent.
run mucks? How do you run a muck? What is a muck? What is a muck?
I believe you gotta have a certification for that.
Yeah, so
It sounds dirty.
But someone's got to do it. It's a dirty job.
Oh dear. I see. I've adopted more. Oh. So much to teach.
Right.
so I think I'm gonna keep my personal goal to myself. But the one thing I want to steal is a universal remote, because who wouldn't want a remote to the universe?
Well,
You know?
that's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Sure.
Oh, right. I would like a solar panel. Because that's free power from the sun, I think. I don't know. It's... And he just like flips through a couple pages and shows you like an ad that he's like duct taped to a piece of paper. That's just like paper clipped bunch of pieces of paper. One of
I love it.
these.
Excellent.
But what do you do with it?
I don't know. But it says that everyone should have one.
That's a human
That's fair.
ad.
Yeah.
Who am I to step on your dreams?
Right.
Okay. So, the next step is for us to design our ship.
Oh, hold on.
All right.
Has the trash lights on fire.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep. So we're gonna start. Who is the most recent person that took out the garbage? Who's taken it out in the last couple of days?
Took
Anybody?
it out today.
I took some out today.
Oh, so we start back with you anyway.
Okay, great.
So you get to decide, and it can be like a group chat thing if you would like, how the ship floats. We have hot air, hydrogen or helium, swamp gas, dozens of helicopter plates, mechanical wings, effin' magnets, Tesla coils, cavorite, dark energy, and the fifth element.
Wait, isn't the fifth element love?
We've got a weird box in the back. Don't look inside it.
What is cavorite?
I don't know.
Google it.
But I really like the idea that our ship floats on helium, so that anytime anybody has to fix something to do with it,
Figured out where the
Oh, okay.
Hypothetical substance with anti-gravity effects.
First used in 1901 in The First Men in the Moon by H.G. Wells.
Oh,
Oh.
so that's what cavorite is. It's a Wells reference.
okay, I've got to say helium. If anybody wants something else, I think helium.
It's fine if you
is
want to
my
mark
vote.
it. Okay, we've got a helium-based thing.
All right, and so the next thing goes to you. So you are going to. There is a list of liabilities and strengths here. They are polar opposite. So you get to pick our first strength, and I will get to pick a strength. And then all of the rest of them are liabilities. So our options are going to be slow or fast, noisy or quiet, vulnerable or sturdily armored, rickety or tightly fastened together, hard to steer or maneuverable, unarmed or well armed.
So you get to pick one, and
So I get to
Danny gets
pick a
one.
strength and.
So just pick one strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Danny picks one strength, and then all of the rest are liabilities.
Oh, neat. That's cool. Love that. Tightly fastened together.
Good. You will all have to be chewing gum. I need everyone to start chewing gum and then start
Right now.
placing it wherever you see something jittering.
I like that. It didn't say how. That's fair. All right.
Things held
So
together with hot gum.
where do we want to prioritize this, guys? We can be
That's entirely up
fast
to your
or
decision.
quiet. Well, I am going to the group for any votational things that might want to happen
I
there.
think any or all of those. Leave potential for-
I think quiet, since noise brings the drones out
That's true.
for myself.
Cool.
So quiet.
Quiet.
It was either going to be that or fast for me. So okay, so we're quiet and we're tightly fastened together, possibly with chewing gum.
But we are also slow,
We are slow.
vulnerable,
We are
Oh
vulnerable.
boy.
We are hard to steer.
This
And
thing's
we are
made
We're unarmed.
This thing is made of paper. Mache.
Yep.
Paper mache.
So
but it is
now,
tightly fastened.
fabulous. I should
So,
say
so
before
this won't come apart.
before we get to some of the things that we can
Unless it gets
definitely
wet.
include
Unless it gets
in
wet.
the design. This airship can be as big as we want it to be and include pretty much as much crap as we want it to.
Mm-hmm.
So while there are things that we are including in it, which will include a wrecked car, a home appliance, and a carnival ride,
A carnival ride?
yeah, we can have other things, and I say that before we go on, because the next 4 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, will be identifying quirks with our ship. Just to give us an idea.
Do we do
of-
quirks? I guess I missed that part.
Wait, so are these human-sized things too?
I mean, they could be.
Like a human-sized carnival ride?
Yes, this is a thing from a junkyard.
So we do quirks, right?
Yeah.
Blowtorch.
The quirks are more like to give you an idea of what you are looking at in these scenes, as far as the weirdness that you
Okay.
that this town would behold floating above them were they to catch this.
Which hopefully they don't. I want to have an RC car.
That would be awesome.
That's how we control it. That's the controls.
It could be. If you want to make that one of the quirks, we could totally do that.
But I like
Wait,
the idea of
no,
the RC
it's
car because
a-
like somebody has to sit in it and just hope while the other person is driving.
Actually, I like the idea of that it's controlled by a remote control, because that means we can take the helm out of the ship.
Ooh.
Get it from a distance.
Okay,
with the VR helmet.
but it's slightly buggy.
What's your quirk?
Or it's run by Bluetooth, so you only have like 30
So,
meters.
But it's a
our
junkie disco ball.
so our first quirk is it's covered in tiny mirrors like a disco ball.
That's a thing.
But they're like tiny broken mirrors, I imagine. So there are big gaps that aren't very disco-y, and then there are some that are just a party in a space. Like, that's how I imagine it, because it is a junkyard contraption. So it's like the junkiest
I just
disco
put
ball.
remote controller helm.
Remote control helm.
One of us just has it
I love this so much already.
This is so ridiculous.
I can be anywhere on the ship and pilot this thing. I just saw what some of the carnival rides were.
Over time, we can add to that list and some of
Yeah.
its
Yep.
things if we want to, but I'm going to go by the recommendations.
I'm sure that
assigned.
is Siri.
Yeah, Siri. Why even? Uh-oh.
He's got something.
Afraid.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I mean, you've met Stephen Ray.
Right.
What is it?
Doors for lifeboats.
We're sinking! Abandoned ship! Click.
And only one person can be on each one.
One raccoon person.
One
Or possum!
Or possum person. I love it.
Actually, one's for possum, one's for raccoon.
I saw this
Women
movie
and
one
children
time.
and children and children and children and children first.
Oh, like she's getting there first before I do.
I'm very deft.
Deaf? Is that what you said?
No, deft.
Oh, deft.
And
Okay.
quite sneaky. I don't think I've settled on an accent yet, apparently. Or a voice. I accidentally sound like a little old lady, but I didn't think I really wanted to do that.
The children have made you age.
It is. 5,000
They do that.
years.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
He's not here. I haven't seen him.
And Lance isn't here, and the Chippers, plural, are not here, and Jeff isn't here.
I'm missing all the people.
Nobody loves us.
I know. Do we stink or something?
Apparently,
I mean,
according to...
hygiene.
Hi, Gene.
Hi, Gene.
Hi, Jane.
He's one of the pigs
What'd
tied
you
to
put
my
down?
tail.
Okay. Oh, crap. Hold on. There's no eraser on that.
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's
I
fine.
meant to take that one out.
Well, I was using that one. I don't know why you have it.
My eraser made it worse, so it's fine.
To get a bunch of erasers.
We need to repeat.
We don't. We really don't.
What was the show that had Pete and repeat?
The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Oh, maybe. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
All right,
So anytime that we get hit or bump into something, the national anthem plays.
I love it.
Okay.
that could cause a distraction. They'll have to stand at attention.
It was an
Let's
accident.
see. Which
Or Neil.
wrecked car
Let's
is
just hope
in
that
your
this
ship?
metaphorical place that we're in is in America.
I'm gonna say
So what do you get to put next?
I get to say which wrecked car is in our ship.
Oh.
One of them helps evade, one of them absorbs shocks, one of them helps find a useful piece of trash. I'm gonna say, let's go with the absorb shocks. We're gonna do the 57 Cadillac DeVille.
Ooh.
Schmancy.
Yeah. You get to pick which home appliance is in our ship.
What are the options?
Food processor, cut through anything. Vacuum cleaner, grab a hold of something. Washing machine, remove one complication card. I was actually leaning towards vacuum cleaner, so
Okay.
yes, that's the one that we have. A vacuum
What are we
cleaner.
vacuuming?
It
Grab
grabs
hold of something.
Yep.
Fun. Which means you get to pick the carnival ride.
Oh, good. We have the octopus, which is reach out with long arms. We have the gravitron, eject trash or a raccoon. And the zipper, scoop something up and put it on the ship. We're gonna go with the gravitron. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ready to eject!
That's amazing.
Is that it?
I think
that's
that's
it.
I think that's
All
it.
that's left is problem track.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
we'll
that
fill
is
that
for
in as we
later.
go.
Okay. So now we have to decide which house is our target house. So on this little neighborhood map, we have a bunch of different things that we can go through. And we can have little vignettes in each of those things. But our homes are kind of on the outskirts. So we've got...
Now this is
an
where we
old-
are based, or this is where we are
This
going.
is where we are going.
Where
we
we're
are
going.
based in the junkyard.
Okay, just making sure.
There is a bungalow. There is a ranch house. There is a McMansion. It's a smart home. And there is a 1980s house with a 4-car garage. Those are our house options. Which one is our target tonight?
I like the idea of the McMansion.
We have
The smart home.
Yeah, we gotta go to the
Smart
gotta go to
home?
the smart home because they'll have lots of universal remotes.
Yes,
Lots of
solar panels for me,
technology, lots of gadgets,
Bluetooth player for you,
Yeah.
maybe a way to
universal,
clean
probably a
up your-
massive universal
Oh, yeah.
remote. What did you want?
Be like one of
I
those-
just
the
want
foot
one of those
massager
baby
things
rockers.
that are full of water that like
Oh, that's such a
vibrate to
good
clean your feet or
idea.
whatever.
Let's see. How many?
And I'm sure there's clean things that you can use for hygiene.
Or like they
Fancy
the
soaps.
kitty litter thing.
Yeah, one of those.
All right. So we have
The McMansion.
the McMansion.
That's our problem. But we've got to get there
Let's
first.
see.
Right.
Oh, and I think you would look much better if you were a little cleaner.
We'll do this because we have to get there first.
Well, first we've got to get the hygiene thing first. Oh, the McMansion. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
So we have floor plans for our eventual heist. All right.
Right, I found these in the trash.
So the way your character sheets work. Oh, where'd mine go? There it is. Nope. Get back here. Okay. So you see those 12 things on the bottom. These are actions that you can take. What will happen is on your turn, you are going to give me a goal that you want to try to achieve for that turn. So you can have like whatever kind of goal you want, but you're going to decide which of these 3 things you're going to try to use to get that goal. You're going to roll and then see what on this chart you end up with and work that into the story of how you are going about trying to get to your goal. Now the thing is, if you claim, say, so one of my things is sneaky. Say, I want to try to launch our ship via trebuchet, and I'm going to try to, because I mean we have to get it in the air somehow, right? So I want to launch it via trebuchet. So I'm going to try and tie down the trebuchet first, like pull it back, ratchet it back, and then cut it using, like, we'll say deft. We'll use deft. Like, I'll try and get all of this together with that as my primary trait that I'm using. But I roll a 1. My 1 is an everywhere trait. So that is an unhelpful roll. So, we need to do cards first, don't we?
Yes.
Before we, is that the right thing?
Clubs, right?
Clubs, yeah. Clubs to start.
Yep, this is clubs.
So you're going to draw 2 of these cards. And you each have a reference thing on the side of the table. So that's complication cards. If you roll an unhelpful roll, if you roll a helpful roll, it works out to your advantage. What you want to have happen happens. You'll just work that into
So
your
you just
narration.
get 2 of these, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can only use one per scene, and the cards will
Are we allowed to
change
look at
every
these or
scene.
hold on?
Yes, this is your hand. So you get the choice between complications. If you want to turn an unhelpful roll into a helpful roll, you can play one of your complication cards, and that will delay the effect. Does not make it go away necessarily. If nobody else has an unhelpful roll later on down the line that makes it all snowball, then you get off scot-free. But what will happen is if you've got a complication card in play and somebody else has an unhelpful roll, but they can't or don't play a complication card, all of those different things that you would mark on your problem tracks would happen all at the same time. So everybody's complications would pretty much pile up. So I'll kind of go through that as it happens so that you can understand. But pretty much you're rolling your d12 to see how you actually try to accomplish your goal, and whether or not the thing that you do is helpful or unhelpful. So technically, you can still accomplish whatever it is that you set out to for your goal, but if it's an unhelpful thing, your narration has to make that thing somehow not the desirable thing that you were going for. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Ish.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Guess start with you, and then we can work our way around so that there's a couple of examples.
Yes.
Yes.
And let me remind myself like how we're starting this thing off. I know that we have to get the ship in the air and get out of the junkyard. Where are we here? We have built the ship. Okay, you have your complication cards. And when a complication card comes into play, like you'll know what's going on based on the little chart that you have. We will discuss what those mean when they get played, as far as the problem marks and all of that good stuff. Okay, so okay, that's still part of the same thing. Marking problems. We'll get to that when we go through there. Okay, the first part of this game is fly the ship.
Yep.
On your turn, do one of the following things. Move the ship on the map from one space to the next. When you make an unhelpful roll, the location you're in will give you ideas for how things can go wrong. You may decide the ship is stalled, or you may move it in a random direction. If you want to snag some trash from one of these locations, make a roll to do that, otherwise keep it moving. The main show is at the house. And then deal with the unforeseen consequences. So we're figuring out, this is kind of a chance to describe the ship, how it moves, and any multitude of things about how it operates in transit. And that does include actually how it launches. So if we wanted to launch it from a trebuchet, we could. So I guess if we're filling it with helium, my first act, if I'm going first, is I'm going to use my everywhere to have one of my Joeys holding all of the appropriate, like each Joey holding an appropriate little air inflatey sack thing, air balloon. I assume that that's kind of how you imagine that working. Fair enough.
You get to describe.
Yeah, fair. So it's like a chamber with all of these different like airbags and weird balloon parts and things like that they've just put together, and have all connected so that as it inflates, all of them will inflate together. So 3 of my Joeys are keeping that open. I am controlling the gas flow, and 3 of my Joeys are making sure that everything is ready to be pulled so that we can unhook from our mooring lines, I suppose. So we're going to go with everywhere. 11. Oh, and it is an everywhere, so this is a helpful roll. put one of your kids in the right place at the right time. I've conveniently already described that. So as we begin to lift off, I will scoop my tail down and like pick up the ones that are on the ground, and we are now airborne successfully. Woo!
Yes. Woo!
All right.
Oh,
What a relief.
This is kind of exciting, guys. Not gonna lie. All right. So
We
I
are
would
now
like
airborne in the junkyard.
we are airborne in the junkyard. I would like to move us toward our McMansion. So I'm going to try and move us to the. I can't see what that is. The.
Hey, poser.
Hello.
Hi, Poser.
Oh, gonna head us toward the electrical substation. This can only go well.
Oh, dear.
And I am going to try to be precise as I navigate us between the power lines.
Can I ask a quick question? So we do our actions in the same order, or is this more like out of combat D&D, where it's whoever has something they want to do? Like how does this part work?
Everybody that I've seen do it has done it in turn order.
Okay.
But there's no reason
I don't know that we have
as long
to.
as long as everyone has a turn,
Yeah.
that's fine. The scene does not end until we reach the house.
'Kay.
So the scene is not like a single round or 2 rounds or whatever. It's when we reach the house.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there are goals to reach for each scene.
Thank you, Poser.
Thank you. All right, so
35-month anniversary.
woohoo! Almost
of months.
3 years.
We appreciate your support, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very
It's
much.
a long time to put up with us.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to precisely maneuver us through the power lines of the power station. That is a 3. Climb a sheer surface using deft. So I was not able to do that. So
You gonna take the problem, or are you gonna play your card?
I think. Let's see.
The first problem is the ship's rivets might pop at any moment.
Okay, so I think I'm actually going to. I am going to go ahead and use this as an opportunity to play my complication card.
Oh.
So it is the strong wind
Oh,
threatening to
no.
shake the whole thing apart.
Okay, so we're holding on to rivets.
We are holding onto rivets.
Start chewing gum.
So as we are, as I'm driving us toward the substation, a strong wind starts to come up and starts to buffet us, and I wind up like crawling up the walls trying to keep my balance, and the whole thing is shaking, and somehow, despite everything, I do manage to get us through all the power lines.
Start off ready for the word. Oh, ah.
Love it. Love it. Awesome.
So we've had 1 success, 1 complication.
Yes. So, what will end up happening, since that ends up being rivets, when somebody else has to mark a problem, this one comes back to haunt us and we mark rivets as well. When all of the problem track has been filled in on the ship side,
The last
the
one is
ship
the shipping.
explodes and we have to manage to escape on foot back to
Yeah,
the junkyard.
that's when the game ends.
We fast forward to a scene 5 where we manage somehow to get back to the junkyard on foot. So,
All right. So I will leave the floor open to one of you.
yes. So you can move the ship if there's something that you think that you might need at the electrical
Why are you handing
substation.
me your
You can.
deed
Oh, I don't know. Because he used it, so.
No.
Is there something you think
I
you
use
might
my
need
own.
Oh,
at
never
the
mind.
electrical substation?
I'm not letting me think of it at the moment.
Can I posit something that might be useful?
Sure.
What if we stopped at the substation and we find something that you can use on our vacuum cleaner, like a switch so that we can turn it, or like something to fix our vacuum cleaner, to make it like the wet dry vac where you can either blow or suck, so that we can use that to help guide us.
I'm sure I can find something like that, yeah. I will attempt to find a switch that can reverse our vacuum to make it blow as well as suck.
Awesome. Go for it.
And that is an inventive thing, so I will roll for an inventive.
I'm
Haha!
a sexy raccoon.
So it's a 1. That's not an inventive.
Ruh-roh.
Alright. Well, do I spend a card? What options do I have?
That is the question.
And if I don't spend anything?
If you don't spend anything, you go straight to marking off the first thing in the problem track.
And,
Now-
and in this case, it will be 2 because there's already a complication on the board.
Yes. So his rivets will go as well.
Right, well, I suppose... because of all of the mirrors on our ship, I will play a 6, which means the full moon will reveal your ship to anyone who looks up.
The full moon will reveal us to anybody. So, and what
Because
does
we are
that
covered in mirrors.
6?
Yes, but it's
That
stormy
does make
right now,
sense.
so...
And that would be a noise thing. So
Correct.
if we have to mark a problem at some point, then we will put down the noise thing. Also,
All of them go
I
off at
said
once.
this, yeah. I said this already, but to make sure you remember, you only get to play a condition card like once per
Go
scene.
ahead and give me your other one.
Okay.
So until we reach the house, he and I can no longer...
Play
Play a
yeah,
complication.
complication card.
At least it's not once in a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there are each of the suits is something different for.
So I
different
go down
suits.
and I find a switch and I start working around with it, but unfortunately, I can't get it to work.
Oh wait, no, because you played your card though, so it worked, right?
It does work.
Right, so
yeah.
we do have suck and blow.
Yes, so you've got suck and blow.
Yes.
This is a PG-13.
Are we
stream,
sure?
Obviously.
What? It is the basic functions of the vacuum.
You're not wrong.
It's your turn, you dirty.
So
dirty
we're gonna
bastard.
move on now. Okay, and the middle one is where we're headed, right?
No,
Yeah,
so-
the one in the corner.
This
Oh, okay,
one
we're
is the
going
one where we're
straight
headed.
across then. So what is this next one here?
Well, you couldn't go to any of these technically, but you could go to the golf course.
The Possum Woods?
Yep. So that's exactly what it sounds like.
Or the office building.
Well, we gotta get to the corner, so
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, Possum Woods.
Possum
Right.
Woods.
Okay, so I'm gonna be on the back, and I'm just gonna have my headphones on, and I'm gonna take the hose from the vacuum and go.
It's working.
All right, so we're gonna try and move
blow
the
us
ship.
that direction.
So your goal is to move the ship. Which of your approaches are you using?
So probably sneaky, because at this point, if we get caught, we're in a lot of trouble because we're over top the electrical grid. Sorry. So sneaky, and then 5.
5 is sneaky.
So I'm going to need to put myself at risk to get or use trash.
You're the child.
Yeah, my number 7 is use a thing the older raccoons probably don't want you messing with. So,
I love it.
and YOLO is one of my character traits. So,
That's great.
okay, so as we're passing over the last of the electrical grid, I'm gonna see something shiny. What should I see? A piece of trash. There is
Trash can be anything.
There
Wet
is
trash.
a balloon, like some kid's balloon that's just like stuck to a wire. So I'm going to see that, and then I'm going to climb down the hose that I had been previously using grab the balloon, and come back up. And then I'm going to sort of like tie the balloon to the back of my hoodie.
All right, so we are at the Possum Woods.
Very nice, very nice.
You are
Okay,
up.
so we're where?
Possum Woods.
So we're in the Possum Woods. If there is something that you can imagine that you might want to get out of the Possum Woods, if there's something that you would like to do there, you can. Or you can move us forward.
Hi, Uncle Marv.
You need to get a possum sling from the possums in the woods.
I love that you're a raccoon and there's a possum that's your uncle.
You said
You raised me.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Quit
Yeah, a lot
telling
of
people I'm dead!
So
I can
also
still
adjacent
hear
to that,
his
we've
voice.
got the supermarket, the car merchant's garage, the police
I don't know that we can get to the police.
station. Yeah, that's
police
not
station.
actually immediately adjacent to it.
So the office building.
Yeah, office building, supermarket, and the car merchant's garage.
Can we stop by for a snack?
No.
Oh.
No, I want to get to the McMansion as quickly as possible. so
That's
we
The
can
supermarket
finish-
is
Supermarket.
on the way.
Well, then we're not stopping.
Where are we?
I've just got like a marker and a dead iPad and just making notes.
I love it. That makes me happy.
It's a dry erase marker.
No!
Of course not.
It's a permanent marker. I have to change the color every once in a while so I can see what I'm doing, but...
Yeah, I just want to keep moving
Just
forward.
layers and layers.
Moving
Well,
forward.
Moving
Yes.
forward to the
Different color.
supermarket.
Yes.
So how do you get us moving forward?
So I have to use one of my 3
Yep.
Yep.
thingies. Okay.
And it is a dark and stormy night, so the storm could play into that if you want, or...
Is it a dark stormy night?
Oh wait, because that complication hasn't actually happened yet, right?
No, the moon hasn't come out and the wind hasn't blown.
Okay, never mind, I apologize.
But any second now.
Any second now.
Um,
Preemptively chewing gum.
I want to use cunning
2.
Okay.
to. Oh, do I have to say what I'm
Well, I
using?
mean, you're moving us ahead using cunning.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is going to play into how I'm doing that.
Yes.
That's a 1, which is cunning
Woo!
or YOLO.
Yay.
So I'm going to manipulate something tricky. Give me that.
Are you trying to manipulate me?
My name's Tricky!
Darling, let me have it.
Like one of
Isn't there a
the
new song on that doodad you listen to?
So he pulls out like a janky, what like
CD
the
player?
Discmans.
Yeah, just
So you're like, pat, 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 pat.
No. Oh.
It's amazing how it still works.
Well, I think you might need to prepare it now.
That's why we're going for the
You should
Bluetooth
definitely
speaker.
give that to me.
Raw! Let the bodies hit the floor. Let's not do that. I'd rather not.
He doesn't sing out loud. He just
No, but-
is listening to this.
Good news. Right, well, it's now your turn.
Over the supermarket.
Now this
It's weird. Okay.
Get a midnight snack.
So
We could disguise ourselves as takeaway.
I see
Dead people?
An opportunity.
Opportunity?
fraternity.
Opportunity.
Opportunity.
A fraternity.
A fraternity.
At the supermarket buying beer. I can't not take the opportunity to try to feed my children
Yeah.
from the supermarket.
Yeah, and does that include us?
I mean, at least him.
Damn.
There are a lot of everywheres, which would be handy. I'm gonna try to use.
I'm just gonna see what our ship has again, real quick.
I'm gonna try to use. Deft. Okay. 3. Oh, and it is a deft. Climb a sheer surface. So, I am going to start off, like, on the side railing, swinging by my tail under the side of the ship. And I'm just going to, like, kick on the side of the ship, and you just hear this.
Oh, I just painted that.
You did.
Actually, that would be the glass of the mirrors.
Just like, as the
Oh, that's
people
even
that
worse sound.
The people that are like in the cockpit just see this possum slowly slide down
Which
the
is you, because
windshield.
you got the controls.
And I grab a rope at the last second. There's like this little the outdoor part of the supermarket where they've got some of their feature produce and stuff like that. These little snacks and whatnot. And I'm gonna Tarzan swing from the sheer surface down and grab like just a big armful
Go for the watermelon!
and stuff it into my pouch. And then back up
She's
like
weighing us down.
hand over hand, like flip back over onto the deck and look at the kids. As I've said, opportunities.
Several of the children start handing coins to each other from taking bets.
I'm not going to lie, that was impressive.
Alright.
It was
We
fun.
have to go to the fountain.
Park corner.
So it's either the strip mall or the upscale designer mall.
Oh.
What now?
Where's the strip mall?
Strip
there.
mall or the designer mall.
No, that's not in the way. Is that
Is
adjacent?
that actually?
Yes. Yeah.
Can we get past that?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
go across there to that.
I mean, we are flying, so.
That's true.
The ground, we hold no.
I'm
It's
just
like a
trying-
giant piece of pizza.
The
Yes, it's a park.
I'm just trying to decide if I want to go to the strip mall or the. No, we're headed for the McMansion. Let's go to the
Designer mall.
the upscale designer mall.
Oh, you've made a friend.
So I'm gonna try and steer us over there, being very deft about it. Let's see.
I like that he's just standing in the back of the ship.
Holding the vacuum cleaner as it
Blows.
Blows. 6. Hide yourself or trash. So that is a sneaky or a deft. So so I'm able. So yeah, I'm going to sort of steer us down to the like the dumpsters out back of this very schwanky designer strip mall, or not strip mall, but designer mall.
Is there any chance that I could maybe find something that I could make into another hoodie?
Possibly.
Sure.
There's a lot of really shiny things down there.
Right. All right. And
Apparently,
I'm
we're
just
taking a detour.
Just gonna go over to like a matchbox and just open up and just grab a couple of rubber bands and start tying them together, tied against the side, and I'm going. Well, I will attempt.
You gonna bungee jump?
Try and bungee jump for a bunch of clothing and then bring it back and see if there's anything anyone wants from there. So that's going to be a fearless roll, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Seems very fearless. Oh.
He realizes that
Nope.
there are no clothes outside of the buildings for him to grab.
No,
It's just a hanging
no,
possum.
I look down
Oh no.
and decide, nope. I fail.
Owen!
So,
Okay, so what was the action that you actually rolled?
Inventive. But I was trying
Well,
to go
well,
for
no,
fearless.
What was the actual
Eight?
act?
Oh, Harness of force possums were not meant to meddle with.
Ooh, I have one of those too.
Fun.
Okay.
Okay. So, you work that into the fail.
So tell us what happened.
So what did I meddle with? Possums were not meant to meddle
There's
with.
so many.
Gravity.
No.
Fair.
I mean-
so you got.
I
out.
tried to use rubber bands to counteract gravity. It failed.
And because it failed, we have taken the first problem track. Ooh, this is rough, you guys. So the ship's rivets might pop at any moment. You hear this squawking, this creaking, and then.
I can hear it.
So what was?
So the first one was going to be straining. His draw before for that card was noise, and yours was for rivets.
Right.
So that's 3 of the 6.
So mark off noise and rivets. Oh, you already did.
Yep.
Is the noise something specific?
It just says the ships attract the attention of the neighborhood watch. Describe what
Bump
happened.
into something.
Ooh. If nobody... Oh, wait. You're describing this,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So
although,
okay, so you also have to work in the ship's rivets might pop at any moment. The ship attracts the attention of the neighborhood watch, and a piece of the ship falls out. It looks like it was probably important. Describe what happens. So work all of those in.
I'm just going to look at the room.
Yeah, sure.
For noise, if you don't have an idea, it would be really funny if our vacuum starts to fail and it's just like...
No, I've got
or
something.
shoots things out.
well, he's also got the Whirly McGig thing that can start shooting things out violently.
If they bump into anything or hit anything, the national anthem starts playing.
Actually,
Oh, the noise.
so then,
Alright,
I bungee jumped for some clothing, but maybe was 1 or 2 rubber bands short of getting there, and forgot the elasticity of rubber bands. So, and I just hit the bottom of the car. And like any of you just like sitting on like the cockpit or anything like that, just see an outline of a possum just like imprinted at the bottom, which sets off the national anthem. And I'm sure my body hitting the chassis probably loosened a bunch of rivets as I shakily climb back on, just kind of one eye's blackened and. Go over, super glue a chunk of teeth back on, and just be like, "Are you okay? Let's continue."
All right, so now we have to deal with.
We have to lose the drones before we're allowed to get to the McMansion. Now we can go other places on the map if we want to, or we can lose them inside the mall. However, we would like to do that, but that's the
You've got
next
sneaky.
task at hand.
Oh, gosh.
I think we're going in the mall.
course
Vacuum
we
powered.
Oh,
I love it.
With
I think I
everybody
saw this in a Star Wars movie
Best
once.
thing ever.
with this disco
Best
ball
thing ever.
trash airship ducking into this high class mall.
So
It's art.
I imagine it's gonna be the
We're gonna aim-
the ravine run on the Death Star.
Yes.
so as
Beggars Canyon.
You better-
what I'm going for is sneaky, and we're gonna try to find a place that we sort of fit in. Like we're going for the what is that called? Like Spencer's type place in this, and we're gonna end up behind a beaded curtain.
Why do these always go to New
Because why on earth would we not?
And that's a 9.
So which aspect?
Oh.
Sneaky. That's
Yeah, which was a poor choice.
Oh no!
Use the ship's car, a home appliance, or carnival ride recklessly.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to use one of my cards.
Okay.
So what happens if this one kicks off?
If this one kicks off, a fierce storm pummels you, tossing your ship like a toy. Wait, we already had that one, right?
No, a strong wind threatens to shake the whole ship apart.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Similar.
So we,
Similar.
I'll push us in, and then I'll turn off the vacuum once we're just like sitting on the roof, and we look like a disco ball that was placed there on purpose.
Oh, I have an idea. Excellent. So,
So do we lose the
well
drones?
done? Question mark.
Yeah, how does that work as far as losing them? Is that just a success loses them, or
A success doing something that is intended to lose them, I would think. So,
okay?
So
was
hiding
this
would
the
count.
attempt of like, so we're hiding.
So I pushed us into the mall to hide from them, and then we'll have to get back out and
Okay.
then go to the next place.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
Fabresia, your turn.
Okay, so we're in the mall,
In the
looking
like
in
Spencer's
Spencer's,
Yep.
looking like a
Behind
disco
the-
ball.
behind the beaded curtain.
So we're not in the strip mall, guys.
This is
This is the
upscale.
design.
Spencer's is upscale.
I've never been into an upscale mall.
Yeah, well.
I ain't got the money for that. Or
It's the
live in the right
upscale
place.
version of Spencer's, so it's
Fair.
like the
There's an upscale
Diamond
version of
encrusted.
Spencer's.
yeah, right. This is,
Ooh,
You can get a diamond encrusted dildo.
that's exactly what I was thinking, and that's
Ooh.
terrifying.
yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds awful.
No.
Meh.
It would have to be. Okay, moving on.
Swarovski.
Save us. Okay. Well, we're here.
Yes, we are.
I want to find something that I look fabulous in.
I never drew cards.
I gave you cards.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought so.
They're just hiding somewhere.
This is fine. Carry on. Ah! We're good.
Okay. So I want to find something that looks fabulous.
Oh no.
What?
Nothing. We're behind the beaded curtain.
Yeah, it's lingerie. There's nothing else back
She's
there.
owning that sexy raccoon.
You get a choker, but it's actually just a nothing.
Eat the cookie. Not as a reward, but just to keep your mouth stuffed so you're not talking.
Not as a reward, just shut up. Okay. I'm going to use YOLO
Okay.
because this feels appropriate.
Is it a YOLO?
Dang it!
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a cunning. Reveal things that are not what they seemed.
Well, I can imagine what this could be.
She's.
You guys, look at this nifty brace and look at this nifty necklace. It's a pair of handcuffs.
She's a sexy rat in a raccoon costume.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I find a pair of handcuffs, like one of the furry handcuffs, you know,
Pink
like
and
the
furry,
pink.
Yeah.
And a double. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna put it around my neck. It comes with a little key. Oh. And so I'm gonna like come up to the. I'm gonna come back up, and then I'm gonna notice the tag. That's on.
Oh, and you can read.
He's taking notes. I'm assuming we can read.
Oh, you assume I'm writing something useful.
That's fair. But it does have a picture on the tag of like bondage, and so
Oh,
What are those?
that's a story for when you're older, dear.
yes,
Okay.
thank you, Virginia. Could you please help me get this off? There's a key.
It's a key.
Certainly.
I'm sure we'll find some other use for this
I'm sure
when there
you
aren't
will.
children around.
I'm sure you will.
So you're gonna play a card?
Oh, do I need to?
Yeah, 'cause you
Well,
failed.
you'll either, so you either need to play, do a card or bad stuff happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so.
A king?
Several gears are losing teeth and flying off the engine, which is neat, but we're also in place. So
But we're not actually playing.
We're
that
stalling!
Yet.
oh, this stalls.
That stalls the bad stuff happening, but then if something else bad happens down the line, then it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's what's going on there. So we're currently hiding. We've pretty well lost the folks.
We should probably get going. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep this going.
Okay.
My jaw hurts from gum.
I am going to create a helpful diversion that will keep the neighborhood watch contained to a degree and give us a way out. So I'm going to use it everywhere.
They're all too scared to come back into the beaded curtain section.
What's that? That's a 9. It's everywhere.
Oh,
Okay.
my goodness.
Use a piece of trash your kids stole earlier. So
Here, Mom, the rinds of this melon.
there's
But they're airborne.
I see a hearing aid that somehow one of my kids is just sitting there going, and that gives me an idea. I look over at my little brood of Joeys. Children, assemble. And all of a sudden they gather around me and I whisper in their ears. And the one goes back towards where he got the the hearing aid from. But you see these little tails all over the place with these little babies just like hanging and whispering. And you can hear the one that you're closest to whispering in a customer's ear as she like gets uncomfortable seeing these like weird raccoons. There's this thing that came into the mall that looks really weird. And she hears as though it's somebody else from the other side of the room. Hey, is that Banksy installation? and all of these little, it's a Banksy. And all of a sudden, like, little things start moving here and there where the kids are starting to go, this is part of the show, right? This is a performance art, right? This is really high-end stuff. This is good. And so...
If I could give you inspiration, I would.
She looks over at all of you and...
How something goes through the shredder.
Yep, and gestures for all of you to board the ship again so that we can get back upon our way.
GTFO.
Yep. She counts all of her kids, makes
Alright.
sure that they're all back.
Well, I guess that's gonna leave it up to me to
Get us out of here.
to get us to the McMansion. So I will try to sneak us out and be sneaky about getting us over our target.
Okay, Keith, don't screw up.
I know, right? That's a 1. Use trash that does one thing really well. That is a precise. That is not sneaky. Unfortunately, I am unsuccessful.
That's okay. What's the worst that could happen?
Helm and gears. So that kills your card. So helm, a ship makes a mess or gets caught in the trees, telephone wires are smashing into a building, describe what happens, and then gears is pieces of the ship are falling out. Well, that tracks. Breaking down or lighting up, describe what happens.
All while the national anthem is playing.
Yes.
So I managed to.
But no neighborhood watch.
So I start to fly us through the beaded curtain, and it snags in one of the propellers, and we swing over and hit the wall.
Uh-oh.
And the national anthem starts going off again.
No!
and then with the jerk of us hitting the wall, the beaded, the string from the beaded curtain yanks that one propeller out, and it drops down to the floor.
We didn't need that,
Ding,
right?
ding, 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 ding,
Oh!
ding, ding.
Banksy.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Get us out of this, Braden.
Fearlessly, I will drive us to the McMansion.
In a blaze of glory.
Fearless. Yes! I so bash on something. Just with a hammer, I bash onto the vacuum cleaner and overload it.
Like everybody's face peels back a little bit.
As I overload the vacuum cleaner that just launches us out of the mall and onto our destination.
Oh, that's amazing.
I will also say it was the one where I didn't have a 3 or a 2. It was a 1, but I made it.
Oh, I love everything about that. So we are now at the house, which moves us into scene 2, board the house. So now we get diamonds. Diamonds.
I really like the one. The ace, the lawn gnome is looking at you.
Screw that long
Pet and human. Alright, grab your cards.
All right. Really? No, I messed up. This is a heart. So give me another diamond.
Okay.
Probably just a rogue one. There we go.
A group of
Okay.
rival trash animals is already in the house.
No.
What other trash animals?
Pigeons, rats.
Rats.
Well, cockroaches. I
Cockroaches. Yeah, there's a cockroach named Inch.
The
So you
Cheese
can
Gang.
play.
The
Yep.
Cheese Brothers.
Yep. Okay, so our goals for this one. On your turn, do one of the following. Find a way to park the ship, or at least keep it from crashing. This theoretically could be a short chapter. Find a way to park the ship or keep it from crashing. Find a way to get into the house. Deal with the unforeseen consequences. You finish this scene when one of you makes a path into the house that the others can follow. So we can be to the side of the house. We can be above the house. Braden, where'd you park us? Or at least get us?
Would it be me?
No, it's going to start with...
Well, but he was the one who drove us in.
Oh, so do I have to...
Okay.
You just give us our general location.
Oh, okay.
As far as the ship.
I say a window on the second floor, trying to...
Okay, so we're
drift.
like up above, or?
Yeah, like above.
Okay.
So above and... Okay. So, Kit. Show
the
us
second
what you've
floor.
got.
And this is the first floor.
Yeah, I guess I can take this away for right now.
Okay.
We only have 1 health point on this ship left.
Can we repair that?
I don't...
I don't
Well-
think so.
You know, I didn't see any rules that say you can't, like, use your turn to try and repair the damage done. So we potentially could.
But it could also get worse if you do.
That is true. You could make things worse, although, I mean, I'm not sure that that's an unfun thing.
Okay.
That's fair.
So, Kit is going to put down the hose, and then, look up, and there is still a beaded, chain thing hanging from the top of our ship, where it ripped off the propeller, and so he's gonna climb up there and grab it, and he's going to YOLO, and we're going to try to, like, lasso onto, where did it go? Onto the covered deck. He's going to try to lasso us to the top of the covered deck so that we can just climb down.
Okay.
Nice.
Uh-oh. I make things worse.
Okay.
Great.
You want to spend a card?
So with that one though, make it worse. Like how
how do you make it worse?
How does one make it worse
So-
and succeed?
it's well,
Like the track thing. So we've got the track for the ship. Now we're working on the track for the house.
Okay.
The next two things will be the track for the house. So the problem track, if you make it worse and don't use the card, you just start off at 1 and go down. So like the first problem is just noisy. So that doesn't necessarily create too much of a problem. The second one, if you're going down the list, becomes pet. So you woke up the dog. And different things like that. Or, if you end up with a pet problem on any of the cards, you would go back to that one and you'd have a different pet. So you could accidentally have a whole menagerie of pets going on. So yeah, that's I think the only one, like, if you overload this system, whereas if you overload this system, your ship blows up and you have to scurry back. This one is the panic button pretty much, where you've all got to haul butt out of the house and get back to the ship and start making your escape. So same thing applies. You're using those cards to delay the bad stuff, but a lot of the bad stuff, as you'll see from the little thing, like a lot of them are repeat things.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and use a card. We're going to use 7. So a family of squirrels on the eaves is alarmed by your presence. So if we get there, squirrels.
Okay. Squirrels! Awesome. Cool.
squirrels.
So it works.
It works.
Yep.
But I need to make things worse, too, right?
Actually, that delays making things worse.
Okay.
So that's
even
what
though
that's
that's
for.
okay.
You just made an unhelpful roll helpful.
Okay.
Neat. Okay.
So, are we
I still
at the
haven't
house?
gotten the handcuffs
So
off
are
of
we,
you.
have we...
So we haven't finished scene 2 yet because we still have to get into the house.
Yeah, we have to get
Okay.
into it.
I guess there is
Okay.
a door.
Well, I'm going to hand over hand on the beaded chain thing to see if I can get into the house.
So what are you using? Cunning, Inventive, or YOLO?
I want to use.
Should we be mooring this to something?
I mean,
Wait, I thought it was.
Well, I guess it kind of is.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what he did. All right. So
Yeah, and
there's-
I'll stabilize it. Get over there. Okay, I want to be cunning.
I really like them, but they destroy my tongue.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Damn it.
Make things worse?
Inventive or YOLO. If it doesn't fit, force it.
didn't you do yellow?
No, I did cunning.
Oh,
So-
I mean, you could just force the door
That's an
open.
11, Natalie.
I rolled a.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, I thought you rolled that one.
No, I rolled this one. That condescending tone.
Well, no, I just thought you couldn't see it because I have a hard time seeing that one myself. It's
wish
a
it was
hard
11.
color.
Really?
Yeah,
The purple one?
yeah, I can't read that.
Okay.
We've just learned that Stephen is vaguely colorblind. It's fine.
I need glasses.
Okay, if it doesn't fit, force it, but it doesn't fit my roll, so I have to use one of my cards to make bad things not happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I get to choose which one of the cards?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't do that.
Because you can
last
only
time.
use one. So that's the whole reason of having 2, is you get to kind of pick.
Got it. Okay, we're gonna go with 3. The lawn sprinkler keeps spraying you, making it hard to work, which was better than 8.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I imagine that with the sprinklers hitting me, it's kind of making it difficult to get across the rope beaded chain thing. But once I get to the door, I'm gonna try to use the key for my handcuff
Yes!
to open the door. Obviously, it doesn't fit, so I'm gonna force it.
She just breaks the lock.
I think I break the lock.
So is there a door there, or is one of the windows into the primary bedroom?
Yeah, so either one. Well, no, those are both doors.
I thought that we were at the covered deck.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're-
yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
Is that not a... Well,
So it would
It's
be a
further
door.
out.
So it'd be like a
light,
window.
So we're up here.
oh, so it would be a window.
To
So
a
you just...
deck?
No, that should be a... Yeah,
It's
that
a
looks like a
door.
sliding door to me.
That's kind of what I thought.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, why else would you have a deck? I don't know.
If it's
Like-
a covered deck, that's
I imagine
probably
that
the
being
roof.
like columns, and then you get under the cover, and then like.
I think,
That's the
well,
primary bedroom.
that's also the second
Oh, I was
floor.
looking at that weird. Okay.
So
So it's
if
probably-
and
It's
this
windows.
is
It
on the
would still
second
be a
floor.
door, though.
This is the second floor.
Yeah.
So if it's the covered deck, that's probably the cover for the deck.
Yeah,
on the-
and then
on
this
the
would still be a
ground.
door.
Oh, okay.
Because why have a deck if it's not actually gonna?
Because
be
this
attached.
is on the first
This
floor.
is-
That's this is the second floor, and that's the first floor.
So the deck
that's
is on the
just
ground floor. This is the cover for the deck. That's on the ground floor.
Does it have it in the picture?
Our deck is up there.
Because it says
That's not
outdoor
in the
living
picture,
space.
So
And
it's
then-
like ours, outdoor living space, covered deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of how I
Okay,
understood it.
fine.
That's what I was thinking.
I was just seeing it wrong in my head. So
Or
Okay.
you know, differently. But I think most of the rest of us were seeing it being like a raised deck.
okay,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
cool.
So I will break into the. I'm assuming it's a sliding glass door that goes to the covered deck.
Awesome.
And I'm never going to get these handcuffs off.
I mean, they're fuzzy handcuffs. They break pretty easy.
It's true. It's true. And we're pretty destructive, so you know.
That's true.
So are we in?
I believe we are. So
Does that mean we move to the next phase?
yeah, we get to move on to the
Do
next
our
chapter.
shortcut.
That went too well.
Shockingly well.
Okay, so next one is hearts. And for the main event, Steel Trash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Behold
Yes.
the deluxe glory of the suburban home, from the overcluttered attic to the plush bedroom. The high-tech living room, smart kitchen, cream wall-to-wall carpet, and decadent man cave. Somewhere in this house are probably asleep 2 adults, a teenager, a toddler, a dog, and a cat. At the start of the scene, put the token for the raccoon in the place that makes the most sense given our entry point.
Primary bedroom.
And I guess actually if we might want to divide, like have one of your dice ready in case you want to move about the place independently.
Can you take the toddler
The
hostage?
parents, the teenager, and the surprise child.
And pets. Let's see.
Which one?
Alexa started responding to the noises you're making.
No, a baby monitor is in the kids' room.
And you can, like, if you get caught by a human, you can try and convince it that you're something else. You could, like, there are things that you could potentially
Hide
do.
in the lamp.
Yeah, hide in the lamp, something, you know.
Meow, 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 meow. I'm just an ugly cat.
Aren't you a possum? You're a
That's
really
the
ugly cat.
Yeah.
So we can feel free to think, to invent whatever we think that should be in the house. There is a house trash guide if we want to have some guidance there. Remember to look for your character sheet for the thing that you want to get, improve your life or life in the junkyard. On your turn, do the following. One of the following. Steal something from the house. Move to a new room if doing so seems challenging enough to warrant a roll. Take a stolen item into the ship, to the ship rather, if doing so seems challenging enough. So like sneaking past the people in the bedroom, things like
Probably
that.
the adults.
Yeah. Deal with unforeseen consequences, and once the residents wake up, escape them. This requires 1 roll for each raccoon. You finish the scene when one of 2 things happens. The residents find you, and each of you has made 1 or more rolls to describe how you get out of the house and back onto the ship. After thoroughly ransacking the house, somehow without disturbing the residents, you decide you've gotten enough loot. So those are our victory things.
Yeah. I
So,
believe you get to go first.
yes, and we are entering into
primary
the
bedroom.
primary bedroom. Let's see.
And what was your thing you were trying to steal?
Mine was going to be one of those little baby swing things.
Which means you're gonna have to.
I'm going to have to either get to like an attic situation or the toddler's room if they are late to move the toddler out of, like the baby stuff out of the toddler's room. Where's my...
So this doesn't list who's in what bedroom. Is that something we would know, or is that something we get to find out
I
when
guess
we
we
get
get to
there?
find that out. And which actually, honestly,
Oh. There's your sliding door.
yeah, but that's downstairs.
Right. That's not what that looks like upstairs. But
So we
that's
broke a
okay.
window.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Fine.
We just jimmied the window open.
Okay. House trash. So, we've got master... Oh. I'm gonna steal you a present. There's a perfume bottle. I'm gonna try and steal you some nice perfume because hygiene.
Wait, wouldn't you want to steal it for her, but to put on everybody else?
I haven't quite figured out how this whole thing works yet. So we're gonna try it and see what happens. So I'm gonna use sneaky, because there are lumps in the bed, but I can't tell what the lumps are. They could be pillows. I'm at a low angle, so we're gonna see how that goes. What is that? That's a 6. Oh, and it is sneaky. Hide yourself or trash. Okay, so I am going to and like drag the little kids by the tail along with me. And I'll actually do the like, I'm a lamp, and now I'm like an earmuff, and I'm like just every few steps pretending that I am some other fluffy piece of furniture until I actually get over to the vanity area, and I'm just gonna dump a bunch of perfume bottles into my pouch.
Nice.
The roof.
It has solar
It has
panels.
solar panels.
Oh! And you would have seen that. That's, yes, please. I want to see that happen so bad. So yeah. Brings us to Keith.
Zero. On the next page, because I kind of want to just look and see.
And you can make crap up. This is just for,
Narrative
you're-
purposes.
yeah, if you're struggling to come up with what might be in there that would be attractive to your trash stealing habits. I quite like this. It's the right kind of ridiculous. What you gonna get?
Okay. Well, first things first, I'm going to look and see that he's got a massive, like, 57-inch TV mounted to the wall at the foot of the bed. And
How
I
big must the living room one be?
and so I'm going to sort of glance over at the side table, and there, right next to his CPAP machine, is the Holy Grail.
Oh, we
It's-
need that CPAP machine.
It's a
We can pump helium through
It's
it.
the universal remote for the bedroom. So I'm going to sneakily dash over to the side table and reach up and grab the universal remote.
Oh no.
That makes something worse.
That's make something worse.
But you do have things.
I do. Or okay. So there is a baby monitor in the kid's bedroom.
Yeah.
So I'm going to So I do hear from the receiver end that's on the other side table next to Mom. There's a little baby burbling in it, and you kind of
Just giggling.
just giggling away, and Mom's just kind of getting a little restless and listening, and I freeze for a second, and then I reach up and grab the remote. And anyway,
Welcome back, Poser.
Hello
Hey, go,
again.
I hope work was good.
Yes.
okay.
And if you need,
I know what I want.
he saw, he knows.
Upon our approach, I saw it. So I will use my cunning to climb onto the roof to get the solar panels.
Cunningly using the drain pipe.
Oh.
Oh no!
Okay. Well.
Why are we such bad raccoons? Trying
Which
to get
one
all this
makes
back in
more-
order.
Which one makes more sense? Narratively, neither one of these makes sense from where I'm at, technically, but... Okay. I got it. I'm gonna... vents are carrying sounds from the common rooms to the bedrooms. I have to play that one. So... I kind of start looking around for a way up to the roof, and I see a vent. And I go over and take a little screwdriver or something like that and open up the vent and start going through it, and tongue, just through the vents. Eventually finding one that leads to the roof. And eventually, I've got the solar panel, but I'm going to say for narrative purposes, I need to spend another turn to get it to the ship.
Yep.
Because...
Oh, and it might require more than one raccoon. Let me see if they have that.
Oh, okay.
They don't actually have that marked.
How much solar panelage did you take?
Just a single.
Just a single one. I'm not that greedy. Just
I mean, a single.
a
solar-
raccoon equivalent size.
For some reason, I thought that there was like one of the people that I caught doing a playthrough of this had like how many raccoons it would be required to like take different
This is
things.
team carry.
But
yeah, I feel like this is going to be one of those because you can't like the ones that are on the roof. Now there are like camping solar panels that if we went after, that wouldn't probably take
But this
multiple.
is-
But this
Well,
This
is
is fancy.
I will become inventive. I will make
okay.
an inventive. I will use the 5 core mechanics: screw, lever. Actually, screw's not one. It's inclined plane.
Actually, it is now. It officially counts now.
Okay, calm down, Pluto hater.
That was something that I caught Brendan Lee Mulligan going on and on about.
Yeah.
It was just like, no, it's an inclined plane wrapped around it. I was like, that's also true, but yeah, apparently now that's considered a simple machine.
Of course, Brandon Lee Mulligan.
Alright, it's your turn to loop.
okay. So I'm gonna look up there. Does it look like you're gonna need help?
I mean, it's a solar panel.
So probably yes.
So probably yes.
yes.
All right. So I will go ahead and follow your path, and then I'm going. Well, I'm going to try to imitate you as best I can the whole way.
So more clang, 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 clang.
So this will be sensitive.
Sensitive.
Nope.
Oh no!
YOLO!
Create a
We've got
distraction.
2 cards out already.
Yep.
It's all gonna hit us at once.
I mean, we have a 1 in 7th chance of rolling correctly.
Yeah.
Sorry, a 1 in 6th chance.
You broke something big to do with what you just did.
Hey, Stragon, we're raccoons tonight.
Yep.
Hey.
We're raccoon sky pirates. It's great. We're really bad at being raccoon sky pirates.
What big thing did we break to...
Maybe like the cord that attaches the solar panel to the house itself.
no.
That's only if we completely fail.
Or
Which-
as you were climbing up, maybe you put all your weight, all your little weight on the satellite dish or something.
Satellite is just. It is no longer gonna.
Well, no. If
get any
the
signal.
TV's on and the solar dish hits, it's gonna wake everyone up with the snow.
Yeah, so hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So imitating you as best I can. Yeah,
It seems to have gone well.
you're up. So hopefully between the two of us in the next turn we can get it down.
Okay, so I can make up something that's in this house?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
There is also a list if you would like to look at it, but
I'm looking for a fancy, like jetted foot bath.
ooh,
Good idea.
I know.
nice.
So that's you're probably looking in the primary bathroom
Yep.
or in this main room.
Hmm. Probably the primary bathroom. So I'm going to try to sneak into the primary bathroom to look for the jetted foot tub bath that is definitely in there.
Okay, question. Is this something that will require a roll to get into the next room?
Or is the whole house considered open? Or is
Because
there
that was something it said. Is like, is this something that would need a roll to get into the next room just because there are people in here?
This is a smart home, and there are people somewhere in here, and we know that. Now, if you want to make it so that those lumps that I saw in the bed were pillows, then it might not necessarily need a roll to get from one room to the other, but like they might have video cam coverage in some of the main rooms or something like that, depending on how kinky they are.
Yeah.
They might, like, have
You look
some
up
of the
and
video.
there's just a phone mount.
Yeah, that could be a thing. They might have it in the
Okay,
bedroom.
probably a roll to get into the bathroom then.
Okay.
I think that makes sense.
Not so much.
Make
Oh,
things
we're gonna
worse.
have all the cards.
Yeah, I made things worse.
Ooh.
Okie dokie.
Well, if we proc this, it's gonna be
Real
gonna
bad,
be
real
bad,
fast.
real fast.
Okay. Okay,
Yes, solar
Okay.
powered raccoons.
I'm gonna use Queen, which is you've started something going that wasn't going before. Describe what it is.
Okay.
There's a CPAP. For some reason, it wasn't on.
Maybe they're not in here. Maybe they're out at date night.
I am
They
going
can walk in at any
to
minute.
accidentally activate the CPAP.
Now that won't actually come into play until all of the things
Okay, right. So that's just
snowball
what's-
terribly upon us.
I've turned it on, but
Okay.
the timer hasn't
yes,
started.
yes. So that will happen probably shortly because I am the only person that doesn't have a card out yet. I think.
So
yeah.
I'm going to just sneak into the other room then, and this is the potential consequence that will happen.
Mhm.
Yay!
Oh, it's a smart home. So you hit, or maybe somebody who stole a remote hit the button to start the CPAP.
That could be a thing. Okay.
Is
So
that universal?
It's a smart home.
That's
I
fair.
see you going that
Some of
way.
them like will power. Like you hit the button and it will power certain
What do we have here?
sockets.
So you do also have a thing of perfume on you
I
already.
do have perfume. Oh, I should write that. When you successfully steal something, write it in your trash stolen. I'm just gonna say randomly 3 bottles.
Where's the
Perfume?
trash store?
It's on the
Oh,
ship.
over there.
We'll
I'm
get-
writing
we'll get it
sideways,
to
so
the-
that's
if
really
you'll-
terrible.
If you'll put also down there the
Universal
universal remote.
Remote. Man, sideways writing does not work for me. So I'm gonna sneak into the loft using my same sneakiness that I was using for getting over to the vanity. Sneaky, sneaky. Please. 11. Yes! Ha ha ha. Put one of your kids in the right place at the right time. I'm gonna take one and huck it into the other room to check for me because it's smaller and can roll under things. Bye, Jean. Yep. So Jean's gonna go for a flying trip and do a little bit of a tumble. Kind of you can tell that this has happened before. Like these Joeys are like little ninjas that have been very, very well trained to handle this sort of thing. And does a little ninja roll, kind of sneaks around and looks over at me, and so we follow suit, and now there are possums in the loft. Okay. So I've moved to the next room.
Okay. So I'm going to take my loot, my universal remote, and take it back out to the ship. So I'm going to sneak out the window and back to the ship. Actually, no. I'm going to deftly scamper across our mooring line to the ship. 1 is not.
No.
That's not deft. That's precise.
And you already used a card,
And I've
right?
already used a card, so use trash that does one thing really well. So that bit of beaded rope makes a real fancy schmancy tightrope. But bad things happen. So let's see.
So,
All right.
does a pet go off? Did anyone play a pet
All right.
card?
So 1 is the first one is noisy. Keep it down, why don't you? So apparently, as I use the beaded rope to scamper back across, my weight pulls the ship into the side of the house, and the Star Spangled Banner starts going off. 9 is a pet. Woke up the dog. So as the Star Spangled Banner starts going off, I start to hear from outside the house the barking of a great big German Shepherd, who is now looking up at me and barking at the ship.
If it says specifically the same thing, you don't have to mark farther.
Right, and yours is also a pet, so...
Okay.
So there's also a very angry cat involved. With
Oh, wait,
this.
no, hang on.
8?
Hang on.
8.
Vents.
I'm actually wrong.
So not the pet.
So it wasn't a pet, it was a human.
Uh-oh.
Mine was a human. So woke up the humans, but they haven't seen you yet. So far, you're fumbling around in the dark. So,
They're just wondering
no.
why the Star Spangled Banner.
so they're wondering why the Star Spangled Banner is going
Can you imagine?
outside their window on the second floor. Yours is also the woke up the humans.
So the other human woke up.
Yeah. So those. Yours is the king. Is panic. They've seen you. Cue the fast-paced banjo music, at least in your mind, and describe the mad chase through the various parts of the house. Get back to the ship somehow, easily or at a cost. Describe what happens. So, I'm already headed for the ship, but they start looking out the window and seeing this Cadillac Coupe de Ville with disco mirror shards on it.
Did you do Natalie's too?
Hanging in, haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
Hanging in the air outside their window with the Star Spangled Banner blaring from it.
And the queen.
Queen.
Yours was the queen. So it's the same thing. It's still the panic.
Luckily, we haven't woke a pet.
They are, however, starting to follow me. Or they're going to jump out of bed and follow me out towards the ship. So
Can't
And I'm
imagine why.
inside.
yeah.
I'm gonna take my
So
time getting
I
out.
have to. So I actually have to cut the ship loose and drive it around to the other side of the house.
To the other side of the house.
But we'll see that on your turn.
Okay.
Well, that's
Okay.
me. So it's
Well.
your turn.
I'm gonna quickly invent a thing to get the solar panel on the Cadillac before it leaves. Come on! Inventive. No!
Make things worse.
No, I just faint.
Oh.
I faint off the roof. I see everything going on and just overstimulate myself and just go.
So I look out from the loft and I just see this possum fall from the sky.
So was that an actual failure? Oh,
Yeah, that was a fail. That was a feint.
That is, I think, the last bit.
Mm-hmm.
So now the
on the
pets are
house.
awake.
So
too.
now the dog.
I
Now-
faint.
So you're fainting and hitting the ground wakes up the dog.
I land on the dog.
So now lights are Okay,
Yeah, no, it's bad.
it's bad.
Your turn.
So now if we fail
just watch
things,
as
you have to figure out how to turn it into a win with the next thing that you do, because it's gonna,
Yep.
we've oopsed.
Well, I mean,
or does that cut us right back to? How does that work?
so that is all 4 of the things for the house. I think that means that they're onto us and we have to try to escape
I
them
think
now.
so. So like pretty much from
So
here
everyone
forward,
has to make
it's
a
an
roll.
escape plan.
Yeah, everyone has
So
to
do we
make
go
a roll.
to the escape one?
I
The escape side of the sheet?
guess so. If there is one,
Uh,
escape the. We're back to the ship. Sheet.
well, we have to escape the.
we have to escape
We
the
have
house
to
first.
get out of the house first.
Okay.
Huh?
I thought because there was something about
Sorry, you just said.
all the raccoons have to make a roll of some kind.
Okay, complication cards. You've got your smaller one. Be
Uh,
looking
Can I see that real quick?
the booklet.
this.
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry.
This is our first time playing
Yep.
this.
Great. Love that.
Okay,
Okay.
got that. This person goes and yeah. Until you satisfy problems.
Okay, once the residents wake up, escape them. This requires 1 roll for each raccoon. You finish the scene when one of 2 things happens. The residents find you, and each of you has made 1 more roll to describe how you get out of the house and back on the ship. Or so we're there right now. So everyone just needs to make 1 more roll.
Or was that my roll?
Actually, since they woke up,
But they haven't found you yet, right?
They haven't found me. But the dogs might have seen me.
no, because we triggered panic. They've seen you.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so this is like everyone's roll through. So I guess we count that as yours.
Yep.
You
I fainted.
You fainted and fell onto the dog.
Yep.
I love that
Okay,
so
we're going
much.
with YOLO. I am jumping off to try to save him, and we're going to try to pilot the dog away far enough that I can get on the ship.
Okay.
I love that.
YOLO! Damn it.
No.
Okay, so what did you wind up with?
Follow a smell.
Okay, so you're following a smell. Describe for us what that's.
I can't
like.
actually see the dog because it's dark still. And
And
so
There's
I
this
jump and just
indication.
miss. You're out, yeah.
I'm unconscious.
Well,
So
I pre-rolled. So my plan was to grab the foot bath and drag it out as fast as I can. But I make things worse.
As one does.
It's me. I'm the drama. Okay. So I just get to describe how I make things worse now?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I am going to grab the foot bath, but it has the rubberized things on the bottom, and there's obviously tile in the bathroom. So when I go to pull it, it does the like the it's making the squeaking sound the rubber makes against tile, and it's heavy, especially compared to a raccoon. So I'm trying to pull it as fast as I can, but it's making a lot of noise. I would imagine it doesn't have water in it. No, it has water in it. So it is splashing, it is making a lot of noise. It's too heavy for me to move quickly, but I am trying my best anyway, making a ton of noise, which I'm assuming just attracts the owners of the house to me.
All right.
Okay. So,
So just roll.
what's it gonna be?
So how are you? How are you? Actually, all of you guys, how are you getting back to the ship? That should be part of it.
I mean, my plan was to ride the dog out, but
I tried just heading that way and fainted.
Okay.
You're unconscious.
I'm unconscious on a dog.
I didn't know the ship moved, so I'm headed to the deck.
Yep.
I was in the bathroom when all this happened.
Whoops.
I saw the possum fall off the roof. So I know there's something wrong. I'm gonna go with the everywhere approach. Let's see what happens. It's a 7. It's an everywhere! Okay,
I'm glad you're the only one that's rolled good.
I swear!
Mhm.
So I'm gonna look to my children, like pull up my tail, and there's this tail full of children that are tied to my tail. And just look over at them and be like, spread out. Help the others.
How about no? It seems like it.
Get the fancy one.
Get the fancy.
And we leave through the door, or through the window, undetected.
Oh.
So we're going to make a chain of mama and baby possums down,
Like a monkey ladder?
pretty much, and try and, like, since we move undetected, can I say that, like, a couple of them go and, like, manage to distract, like, the sounds distract so that she can come out?
You're the rule master.
Sure.
We're
Like,
just used to asking Keith if we can do.
this part is kind of unclear because we're out of bad rolls, so it's like when you make a bad roll
It's
when
like,
you spent all of your stuff.
It's bad, but
But nobody dies in this really, so I guess the worst thing that can happen is you get caught by animal control and I don't
or
know.
eaten by a dog.
Yeah, I mean,
Dog, maybe. So,
depends how big the dog is.
yeah, there's not
Well,
really
I think it
rules
was
for
described
this.
as being a
German
German
Shepherd.
Shepherd,
Yep.
so
I'm
big.
about to be lunch. A midnight snack.
So seeing that scene below, we're gonna let her climb down most of the way, and then like with the German shepherd growl that ensues after the other possum has fallen upon its back, we all freeze. So now it's a very rigid ladder. Carry on.
Come on, keep. Come on, keep.
What are you doing?
Climb a sheer surface. So I've got the ship moving. I'm going to taking a page out of Mom's book. Once I've got it moving, I'm going to throw myself off the side and clunk, down the side, and I'm gonna sort of hold my tail down for you guys to grab onto as the ship goes past. So each of you has an opportunity to you know, animal chain up to the back into the ship as
Barrel
we're
of
trying to get
monkeys.
away.
Great.
And somebody should grab him.
That's my plan.
Hopefully he'll wake up.
Well, I assume I do because it's my turn.
Well-
Yeah.
It's not like a.
I come to look up at the German Shepherd and I will attempt a fearless roll. Nope. I don't do that.
That's okay. You're trying to be fearless, and Kit scoops you up as we're going by.
Hopefully we'll see.
Hopefully. I attempt to build a Rube Goldberg machine to do a thing.
That's what all
I
do.
can't.
Like it's a really bad Rube Goldberg that somehow involves the dog.
Yeah, but I forgot that the dog's not on my side. So, yeah.
There's a very angry dog.
Your turn.
Great. I'm gonna try to jump on the dog's back to save you.
Okay.
Grab you by your Rube Goldberg,
What skill?
and I make it worse.
Oh
It doesn't matter.
no! Jeez, you guys!
I didn't let you touch my dice.
No, it's not that.
As I'm trying to like figure out how to climb up the dog, I like grab it by its ears, and now it's just mad, and I'm right in front of its mouth.
Okay, so currently I am.
Hanging on a ladder of frozen possums.
And the possums are
going
frozen out of fear. I'm gonna attempt to
Oh,
wake.
that'll happen regardless. It was a temporary freeze,
Okay.
but yeah.
Like, where am I on this chain? Can I? I'm going to attempt to go down as far on the chain as I can and grab Brayden and Steven somehow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
This
I'm gonna
dog's about to
use-
have three.
It's gonna have a big lunch.
It's about to have a starter here in a second.
YOLO.
Nice appetizer.
Flip.
So now you're.
Cunning! At least I didn't make it worse.
That's true.
Okay, so use trash for something clever. Okay. I am going to... Okay, I'm going to assume that your children, Danny, have just picked up random things.
You're just like stealing things from them as you climb down.
While not a bad assumption, unfortunately not an accurate one thus far.
Okay, never mind. Then what I'm going to do
Well,
instead...
but you can actually narrate that actually now that I'm thinking of it. Like I didn't say that they had,
One of them
but
happens
that's
to be a
your
kleptomaniac.
narration. Yeah, so I didn't tell them to, but maybe they did.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's your narration, so.
Okay, I'm gonna say that one of them grabbed a metal cup, and the other one one of them grabbed a marble, and somebody grabbed a piece of tin foil. And I'm going to put the marble inside of the tin cup, cover it in tin foil so it's like a bell, and I'm gonna chuck it so that the dog hopefully runs after it.
Of course, turns and just tosses the two of us.
So that one's probably not coming back, but I'll write it down there anyway. Did that work for you?
No.
Technically, it wasn't a correct roll, so
So no.
probably not, no. But that's what I did.
Okay, so we still have scary dog issue.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And he's mad now because I made it worse.
And now there's more loud noise.
Everywhere. Let's try that again.
Cocked roll.
7. Everywhere! Move undetected again. So it's about to get uncomfortable for just a second because you're about to fall the rest of the
It's okay. I had climbed down as far as I could.
Okay, so it's not a hugely long fall.
But they're all gonna land on you.
You're not wrong.
I messed it up. It's fine.
So there's this raccoon that lands reasonably adeptly, and then a bigger possum that lands on her, and then boom, boom, boom. So like she's slowly getting shorter. And then I like look at the kids and just gesture, and they're going to be scurrying around the yard, making cat noises and distracting the dog. So you just like hear this and like it's in surround sound everywhere, and the dog is going nuts, but is distracted now from you guys. Why am I the only one who can roll the thing I said?
Because of Keith, because me and Steven
I mean,
can never roll to save our lives.
Yeah, our dice hate us. Okay.
my tummy hates me.
Well, I'm gonna try. I don't know what I'm gonna try. I guess I'm.
There's a
gonna,
vacuum. You can try and suck us up from the
Yeah,
ground.
we do have those, yeah.
I kind of want to try and squash the dog though, and give you
You've
guys.
got the gravitron. You can throw crap.
Yeah, you can throw.
Yeah, I'm
Whoa,
gonna use the gravitron.
Danny.
I'm gonna use the gravitron to try and throw a piece of heavy like.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna try and throw I'm gonna try and throw a shopping cart at the dog to cage it.
There we go.
hey,
That's better.
Keith.
That's better.
With us inside too.
Trigger warning for cartoon animal
Oh.
violence.
and call. So I'm gonna have to be precise with this. Yes, I'm gonna have to be precise with this.
Seriously? That's one of like the 4 things that doesn't involve
Yeah,
big...
so there's like a 1 in 6 chance of rolling what you call out.
So
So it's like a 50-50 shot.
so
Yeah, we suck.
So no, so instead the gravitron is stuck, so I have to wriggle into its like guts to try and unfreeze it. Yep. Sorry guys.
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea. It's just a terrible roll.
And now there's a shopping cart in the yard too.
No, because it didn't go anywhere. The gravitron
okay,
was
yeah,
stuck.
Jammed it.
Okay, I misunderstood.
I will do something incredibly cunning to get us all onto the airship.
Please do.
Yes!
And
Uh,
last.
Reveal that things are not what they seem. Ocean's 11. We were all
Dreaming?
robots.
Robot
We were all robots.
possums. Okay.
We were all robot possums. And so as you're fixing the things, the cryopods open into the chassis. And we all step out of the VR weird headsets that I've built. Sure.
Huh.
Right, let's get out of here now.
Why didn't I get one?
There are only 4. There were only 4 that I've built so far. And
Yeah, but why didn't I get one?
because you're incredibly sneaky and cunning.
So
Okay.
Roll
I have
for
to-
bullshit.
I
Roll
have to
for
understand
bullshit.
better what's going on here. So we were in the ship,
Piloting our robot counterpart.
Oh.
so
In
we're
the
still
ship.
the same character and everything.
Yes,
But
We're
now we're in
just
the
in the ship now.
yes. So if you look very
Okay.
closely at what we left behind, it's like pieces of like a Tickle Me Elmo and like Transformer and just like some weird tech
It's a
stuff.
Furby with no
Yeah,
skin.
it's like a Furby with no skin.
Oh
Can you
dear.
imagine being the people who own this game? Like,
That's the
Run
weirdest
around!
What just happened? The possum exploded and became like a dead Furby. I don't even know what is life.
But we're out.
Like, these
I motioned to
little
Levin's
cryo
thus.
pods come
This
out.
was all part of the plan.
That was something. Wow. So now we have to make
Plot
it back.
Now we have to make it
My
back
word.
with 1 tick left.
One tick left before we explode.
And 0 trash.
Yes.
Oh, we do have some
No.
trash.
No,
The perfume and
Oh
the...
no, but my body,
remote?
like,
the,
Body swap
the
thing.
universal
Body
remote.
swapped.
We've
We
got the
did get
universal
Yeah, we have the
remote.
Okay,
universal
alright.
remote.
We've got 1 piece of trash.
okay. I worked
no,
so hard
two.
to find you a present. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I have my balloon.
Oh, that's true.
That
You
is
do
true.
have the
That is
balloon.
true. So there are 2 pieces of trash. That's something.
Do we want to write that down as the balloon?
Balloon, sure.
Please
go back. I forgot.
Those are from the last one.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, that's mine?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Alright, let's see what the rules are to get out of here. I'm sure it will go
Okay.
wonderfully.
So.
Oh boy. So what do we not want? We don't want explosion. So no one play any face card, please.
I don't know if I have an option.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well,
let
at
me
least you
see
roll
here.
good.
Where's my? Oh, now that you say that.
The neighborhood watch or ship of a rival trash animal has boarded you.
Prepared to be boarded?
This thing is happening straight out of a sailor's tail.
If that
Freaking
happens, you can score tickets to the concert because it can be that trash animal group.
Oh, that's true.
Trash
The
Dicks
trash
Raccoon
can-
Rock Band.
Yes, this
So
can
now we
work
gotta
to
get
our
back
advantage.
to the. Now we gotta get back to the junkyard, right?
But only if somebody
Yes.
has Queen.
So this is
Grab the map.
the escape one. Get out of the neighborhoods map again. Move your ship token. Yeah. So we're gonna go back the other way.
So I believe you start now.
Mark
Oh,
noise. Because the neighborhood watches, drones, or rival trash animals have definitely seen you now. On your turn, do one of the following. Move the ship on the map from one space to the next. When you make an unhelpful roll, the location you're in will give you ideas for how things go wrong. Yeah. Same thing as the other one. You may decide the ship is stalled, or you may move it in a random direction. Fight the neighborhood watch, or ship of the rival trash animals. Deal with unforeseen consequences. You finish this scene when your ship token moves to the junkyard on the map, or your ship blows up.
Okay,
I can tell you which I think is going
so
to
our ship is
Yeah.
unarmed, but we do have the gravitron, so we can try to board other people's ships. Launch ourselves at the ship.
and still make it
We
home.
are
I mean,
trash
in
pirates.
theory,
We are.
we could steal another ship and reset our.
We could reset the whole
We could
freaking
reset
adventure if we
our-
wanted to. I'm
We
not
could re-roll an
recommending that.
entirely new ship.
That's amazing. Okay. So this
Is
is
that
where
what
we
you're
are,
gonna
you
do?
guys.
Well, I think we're gonna try to. I'm gonna try to move us first.
Okay. What are you gonna use?
We're gonna YOLO. I'm gonna turn the vacuum on as high as it'll go. 4. Yes.
It's a YOLO.
Okay, and okay. So as I hit the button, there's a chunk, and the vacuum does not turn on.
Oh.
I hit it once or twice, and it blows out trash. What is something another raccoon needs?
Let's see.
Unless it chucked out a solar panel.
Something shiny and useful.
Something to distract her children.
Honestly, fair.
I mean, I've got my goal, so
Yeah, Keith won the game if we don't blow up.
Yep.
So, I could use something for older Joey's care package. So either like some big metal tool or some kind of like really thick, heavy-duty nylon strap, which could also come in handy somewhere in this venture.
Okay.
Either one.
So maybe not a strap, but like a really heavy-duty boot string.
Yeah, something
Suddenly
like that.
comes undone and flies out the end. And then the vacuum goes. And I'll hand you the string.
Sweet!
No.
all right. So
Natalie, you're up.
Where are you moving us to?
Okay, I'm actually gonna just roll for it. Evens, we're going
Up.
there. Odds, we come up here.
Okay.
5. Odds, so we're coming up.
So we're at the strip mall.
All right.
No, we didn't go to the strip mall last time. We
Oh,
went to the
right,
fancy
right.
mall.
Wait. Right. Okay. I remember.
Yeah.
Fancy malls don't have Spencer's.
Get us
Nowhere-
out of here.
I don't know.
Nowhere reputable shall have Spencer's gifts.
Okay, maybe it wasn't Spencer's, but it was whatever the high class Spencer's would be.
Okay.
Adam and Eve. I don't know.
Would that be in a high class mall?
I don't really know. I've never seen one in a mall. I don't.
I've never seen an actual one of, like a store.
I have.
Of course you have.
In Carson City.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I have.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway.
Nevada, man.
Yep.
Okay. I want to try to make some repairs to the ship as we move.
Fair enough.
So that we don't die.
That's a good idea.
So I would like to use inventive. And I want to try to I don't know, just repair things.
Okay.
Use the ship's car, home appliance, or carnival ride in an unexpected way. Okay. I'm gonna.
So we've got
So we are.
We've got
we
the
are-
Gravitron.
and the
vacuum.
Gravitron, and then it's a Coupe de Ville.
In an unexpected way. Okay, I'm gonna use the Gravitron. I'm going to find some material that we have in our ship, and I'm going to attach it to one side of the Gravitron so it works a little bit like a sail.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't know if that would actually work, but you know what? I rolled it, so it's fine.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that this thing would not be flying to begin with, so you're probably safe.
So does that repair the point?
I mean, it doesn't say that you can't do that.
Okay, but are you using that as a movement, or are you using that to repair the ship specifically? If it's a sail. Like, are you moving as a square,
okay,
or are
that's
you
fair.
trying to repair?
That would be a thing. Like if
I am
you're-
trying to repair.
Okay.
So it will help with movement, and it will help with some of the other crap that we have going on. But I am not specifically trying to move the ship right now. I am specifically trying to repair.
Okay.
So it will probably help with movement, but not in my turn.
But
Which
we're
would
still slow.
probably make that be helm. I don't know. What do you
no
think?
batteries.
Like it makes sense to me that you could use your turn, and if you're successful, especially given how apparently
We suck
massive
at
the
rolling.
rate of unsuccess is.
It's like 1 in 6, though.
It's
It's a
it's
50-50.
been rough, you guys. Okay, so from here, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and with the sail thing that you've got going, I'm gonna be like, okay, I want to get out of here. So I'm gonna see with Deft if I can, like, jump between like with me and all of my little mini me's jumping from one area of the machinery to the other, trying to kind of Kaylee the ship and do good things with the engine. So that'll be Deft. Is that 6 again? 6. Deft. Okay.
How, Danny?
I don't know. You're watching me roll, man. I don't know.
I mean, it is a 1 in 6, so odds are.
Odds are my odds are better than yours, apparently.
I mean, that was always true.
So, hide yourself or trash. All right, how to work this into this. Oh, occasionally, like, as I'm jumping from one thing to another, since this ship has taken a significant amount of damage now, I'm just, like, occasionally picking up things that have fallen off and stuffing it into my own personal hold pouch there. But I am able to get everything moving the correct direction to take us to the supermarket again.
We should stop and get food.
Have some noms.
Bite to eat.
As we wave to the other animal ship. Hi, guys! Okay.
Yeah, I am going to very deftly try to maneuver us over to the possum woods.
Yeah.
So retracing our steps and having to be real deft with the controls because things are
Shooting at us and chasing
shooting and
us.
falling apart and everything. So just trying to keep the ship moving. It's a 6. Sneaky or deft, hide yourself
Yes.
or trash.
Hey.
So every time one of the drones gets too close, I sort of duck us into one of the clouds and hide us from their sight, and we make our way to the possum woods.
Okay. Let's see. We should probably get back, but I want to get my goal.
This probably isn't the place. So you'd have to move us to somewhere else to try to get a solar panel.
Well, unless there's a camper who has a portable solar thing.
There could be.
I mean, for
You
like
could
a camper
say
or
that there would
something.
be.
Yeah.
This is your part of the story, bud.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it because
That's an excellent quote, Danny.
I'm gonna use cunning for this. So. Yes!
Oh,
Cunning!
finally!
I'm gonna manipulate something tricky. Vacuum. I'm gonna just quickly borrow it from you. Just like look down and see some camper or something like that, and just and get one of those portable solar panel things for a phone, and just be like, "This works." I'll pass it to you. I have
Okay,
solar.
remind me what other
You
things
put
are
down
nearby?
solar panel.
A portable solar panel.
Portable solar panel.
Okay,
We've
so we've
got,
got the golf course, we've got the electrical substation, chemical. I guess we can't reach the chemical plant.
Yeah,
so it's
the
the golf
office
course.
building.
I feel like that actually takes us further away.
The one
As
the way
does the
forward
golf
technically
course.
is the electrical.
Yeah, the electrical substation's probably the shortest path.
All right, and we're over Possum Woods. So we are still being heavily pursued, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we shouldn't press our luck too much.
Oh, should we?
Unless you want to try and nab a Bluetooth speaker before we go.
Nope. Oops. We're gonna YOLO this though.
YOLO!
Because that's worked so well before.
Because
has!
anything has worked so well before.
6. Manipulate something tricky. Damn. Use a card.
Sensitive. Okay. What does this one do? It's a 6.
Everything on the ship starts shaking apart.
I mean, that
Rivets.
tracks.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get on.
Rivets are already crossed off.
I'm gonna get on the gravitron
I start chewing gum again.
and hit the button. I'm going to try to take one of these drones and fly it back towards the ship so we can steal its propeller and fix the propeller that we broke earlier. So I'm on it, but now I have to fly it back somehow.
Huh. Well, that's
YOLO.
a thing. Okay. That
You're
is
up, Natalie.
that is definitely a YOLO.
Okay. So you are trying to get a propeller.
Yep. I made it!
Actually, technically, I think these things have like Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah, some of them, probably not these
Because
ones,
of the
though.
bullhorns.
Gonna be
Oh,
like,
that's right. Yeah, they have to be able to broadcast.
oh,
like,
this child's gonna be the death of me.
This one's not even yours.
I know. Where are your parents?
They're dead.
If they had this lifestyle, probably.
Yeah. Eaten by a dog last week.
Okay, well, I can't really move the ship.
You can. I will just have to fly to catch up.
I'm not gonna leave you. Okay.
To be fair, the drones are in pursuit of us anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's following us one way or the other. Although it's probably sinking now that there's enough weight on it. Overtop the woods. I'm going to crash it into a tree.
Okay, this is a stupid idea. I'm going to lasso the drone that you're on and try to pull it into the ship.
No, I can maybe help, yeah.
Is that inventive or YOLO? That feels like YOLO. That's a YOLO.
That kind of feels YOLO-y.
It's a YOLO-y. Alright. 5, which is inventive. I'm gonna use a card.
You quickly invent a lassoing machine.
No!
Why?
Because I don't want that.
But then you can get your ticket.
And then we could get a new ship.
Maybe.
I mean, we don't
gonna
have much of an
use-
option for this one, so...
I'm gonna use an 8, which would be that the ship starts flying upside down.
How does that
That's really
work?
bad since it's filled with helium. As all our helium escapes.
We somehow have tipped it perfectly where it just is perfectly balanced on top of the balloon.
We haven't yet, but we might have to.
Help.
So, okay, and my thing is build a Rube Goldberg machine to do a thing.
Oh, nice.
Build a magical lasso machine. Why are we so bad at rolling?
I'm gonna grab a pipe
One yet.
and I'm gonna have that pipe shoot a lasso
Nice.
out of the pipe
Phoom.
to try to get you. Or the drone. Either one. I'm honestly fine with it.
Yeah.
Gonna fly now.
Fly like an eagle, 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 into the future.
Nice.
All right, Danny.
Okay. I'm gonna try and keep us moving. Yeah, because we're in the possum woods now.
Moving closer to death.
Oh, I didn't actually say what I was doing. I'm gonna re-roll that and say, because I didn't look at what that was. Okay, I have sneaky, deft, and everywhere. So we're gonna go deft and keep on doing the Kaylee thing. 3 is deft.
Danny.
That was
I'd-
even a single one from
Damn.
here.
Climb a sheer surface. The funny thing is, the other one would have also been deft. Like, the 6 that I rolled before still would have been deft. So I am going to climb up the side of the ship, kind of. The way I imagine this, we've got this tiered system thing going on with all the helium stuff in one kind of contained unit. I'm gonna climb up there to make sure I can see you and see like all of my little babies are just in a flock around me waiting for if I need to tell them to go and attack drones or anything, because we're that kind of family, I guess. And we're gonna go ahead and keep on keeping on over to the electrical station, where maybe some of these other people that are pursuing us can get tangled up in cords.
Okay.
Do-
You can take us.
Do I have to lose them before we get to the junkyard, or
I don't think it says that. I think we just are trying to outrun them back to the junkyard.
I would assume that when we get to the junkyard, it's like our safe place, and we have ways to deal with them once we're there.
I'll double check.
We have Gatling gun turrets.
Oh no, actually,
We have a
oh,
trebuchet.
yeah, we at least have a trebuchet. I was gonna say our ship is unarmed, but no, the junkyard might very well have.
And we're not the
Staple
only
gun.
airship people.
Like one of these is the neighborhood
Oh,
watch.
no.
Your ship arrival. The trash animals
Or nail
have
gun.
you in their sights. So I guess.
Okay.
I assume
Not
it's like a
yet.
community of different raccoon and possum.
In that case, I'm just going
Gangs.
to be very. I'm going to be very deft and maneuver us through all, all of the wires and stuff,
To get
and,
us to the
hope
junkyard.
to have the drones and stuff fly into power lines, short themselves out, and cause a blackout.
Go for it.
So, what did I say? I was using
Deft. You're
deft.
very deft.
being very deft.
Depth thoughts.
Holding onto this rope and the drone.
Deft.
Yeah.
Okay, so use the ship's car, home appliance, or carnival ride deftly.
What was our home appliance again? Oh, the vacuum.
The vacuum.
Right. I don't think anybody's manning the vacuum right now.
True.
Yeah, no, it's just like
So we're
flapping
just
in the back.
Since we've used that to direct
No,
us
so-
right now, we're just kind of
I'm going to
bobbling.
use the coupe de ville to absorb the shocks as we bounce off all of the transmission lines in the substation, all of the towers bringing the electricity in, and just bounce off them the sound of the Star Spangled Banner blaring in our way as the drones start crashing into these things left, right, and center. And we have made it back to the
So I
junkyard.
was thinking of Star Spangled Banner and one Sweet Home Alabama.
I think that we need to add a drone to our list.
Honestly, I'm okay with that.
We did capture an enemy drone.
So we have a universal remote, portable solar panel, a balloon, and a drone that we did not have when we started this shindig.
And handcuffs.
Something.
We got
And I
handcuffs.
am wearing a set of handcuffs.
Around the neck, around the waist.
That's a look.
That's a look.
Chain in the middle.
I'm gonna do
Chain,
that.
chain down the front or the back?
Front.
Tails in the back. So
yeah.
So actually, we.
So how'd we do?
Barely.
The funny thing is, I think by victory points, because of how much crap we managed to steal in spite of ourselves, we were pretty successful. I gotta find the little thing that says the victory. It's the victory. Oh, that's the Raccoon facts page. Victory conditions. There we go. Compare your stolen trash points to the list below to see how your life in the junkyard changes. So, is there something special with that? I guess it's just number of items of trash, right? So if we're going by this, we will be telling the story of this expedition for weeks, and we can live off the loot through the next winter. This entire junkyard celebrates you and scurries with a little extra strut thanks to you. And now we have the fifth scene, which is enjoy your ill-gotten gains. If your ship has not yet exploded, you arrive at the junkyard with your precious treasure in the form of upper-middle-class gewgaws.
What?
Gewgaws.
Gugas?
Gewgaws? What the heck's a gewgaw?
doodads? I don't know.
It feels like doodad. But
Yeah. Sorry, that was a bad mispronunciation on my part. But yeah, gewgaws. We're gonna say doodads because that's just
Yeah,
weird.
that sounds a lot better.
And other assorted trash. Time for a party. Count up your stolen trash items and compare them to the number of the victory table. Yada, yada, yada. Do you build a better life for yourselves, or, as Izzy or do you simply ride around on a Roomba wearing a Tupperware bucket for a hat?
I mean, I do that as my hard hat, so.
If your ship blew up, your score is 0, but see the optional rules in section 5.1 for how to rebuild it. But ours did not blow up.
Shockingly.
Barely.
Barely.
So now
very barely.
we can go around and discuss how we feel like this has gone for our characters once they have returned. If there are any particular things that we are undertaking as our characters now, yeah. We'll...
So I'm super happy. I managed to get my universal remote, and it was the last piece I needed for a very elaborate practical joke of every time Erwin was out walking in the junkyard, I would make car horns go off next to him and scare him.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, using the solar power I've got, we now have power. Yes.
Woo!
Collection
Very
of
small amount.
rechargeable batteries that we've collected over the years. Our coup de grace is since winter is now upon us, a kind of sliced along this way glove, but one of those heated ones. So when it opens up, nice little hot pad to keep us warm during the winter.
Nice.
So, the drone no longer flies, but Kit has set it up near the glove, and then it essentially has just hardwired in, so it is constantly blowing hot air over top of this to help warm up the nearby area. Kit himself is happily listening to his music most of the time.
Did you black out the camera?
No. But it's disconnected.
That's what
Maybe.
they all say.
Think a Bluetooth chip.
Kit doesn't know enough to try to use anything else, but
I
he knows how the fan works.
I haven't got that popular mechanic yet. I haven't found that in trash heap yet.
So he'll sit on the warm with his headphones on in his hoodie.
The hoodie, but it's still the same.
It's still the same hoodie.
Okay, well, Vibrissa is going to take Erwin's suggestion and attach the other half of the handcuff to her middle, so it's like this sexy outfit looking thing for a raccoon. It's a look. I am hoping that other raccoons like it. But she thinks she's real hot stuff, so it's more the confidence. That's what it is. But also, she did not know what perfume was before you tried to get it for her. So now, instead of trying to teach you guys proper hygiene, because clearly that isn't going to work, she has started creating nice smelling things to just douse you all in.
Just wear the perfume right under your nose.
I just occasionally, I have pine needles that have been, simmering in water, and I'll occasionally just, It does smell much nicer in the junkyard.
That's fair.
You've
That's
been recycling those little trees that hang from people's cars.
Yeah.
Just figuring out how to get the smell out of that.
And also there's the liquid ones that sometimes all the liquid doesn't come out of.
I'm sure if you boiled one of those, you could probably get something out of it.
Probably.
So Virginia is going to continue to train her tiny little task force. And they're going to be like the ninja messengers throughout the junkyard, and also occasionally spies for other animal groups in other parts of the junkyard that we don't often go to or talk about. And
Talk about Fight Club.
yeah, we should talk about Fight Club. And she has at least gotten the heavy duty boot string that she is going to include in her little care package for her son that's nested now in the machinery of the trash compactor, which he has successfully used to completely like jumble up the gears that operate some of it. So we have far less like crunched trash and a lot more that's in fuller pieces so that we can use it to its best ability. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Excellent.
Woo!
Hey, we didn't die.
Yeah!
No,
No,
you guys
it
have,
was a-
well, we wouldn't have regardless, but you guys have fun with it?
Unless you wanted
Yeah.
to, I guess.
Yeah.
If you wanted failure to look like death, I suppose you could have done that.
Gotten eaten
Right.
by a dog.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Died in the explosion.
So yeah, I'll that might be a thing where we can workshop some maybe clarity on how to handle it when the panic button hits, like what happens when you fail after that, because it's a little unclear in the rule book. But for the narrative component, I feel like it still worked out
Yeah,
pretty
I think we
good.
did okay.
And
You
now
did.
I'm gonna have visions of like this weird thing that plays the national anthem and is piloted by this tiny raccoon holding a vacuum cleaner hose, and like I'm gonna have dreams about coming out of a cryogenics chamber of a raccoon.
Look, it's some real things that are not what they seem. I was
Hey,
like, hey,
that
that
was-
seems interesting.
That was
Yep, that worked.
That was a plot twist.
yes,
plot twist.
that was a large plot twist. For a second, I thought that you were suggesting that we were like humans coming out of cryopods, and I was like,
Oh, no.
"Wow, I don't even know what to do with this." that's something special. But yeah, everybody have a good time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So
Worth trying again sometime, maybe, for a one-shot emergency sort of situation.
So the game again was Raccoon Sky Pirates. So you can you can get it. What'd you say? Itch.io.
Itch.io.
Itch.io. The Hectic Electron is the game producer publisher. So go check it out and give them some love. It's a real fun game, semi easy to pick up. This was our first time through. It was a little rough in spots, but overall I think it was a lot of fun. So go check them out.
Oh, excuse me.
We are going to call it here for the evening. Hope you guys had a good time with us. Hope you will join us again next week when we hopefully will be back to our regular D&D sessions. That will be 6:30 Mountain Time. I'll leave it up to you to figure out where that is in your own time zone. But until then, remember,
Grab your bats and grab your
balls!
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night.
Good night!